What is up, everybody? NC,
JC, and
we got some news for you today. And as always, we start out with the thumbnail here. Now, as you can see, Chia Putz, he finally grew some hair. And now he's like, oh, yeah, I'm not a skinhead. See, I grew hair. Well, you're not fooling anybody. But, you know, he had to throw a little joke in at Fanatics. So here's his little hair joke.
I apologize right now because I'm starting to let my hair grow in. I'm not sure you can. So I'll get you Cena's number. Maybe you guys can work out a deal at that place.
I was kind of hoping Will Sasso would kick his ass, but oh well. It is what it is.
That would have been awesome. Could you imagine just Will Sasso going out there and just stuttering him like, hey, but as his fat Stone Cold character? That would have been funny.
Hell yeah. No, that would have been great. But you know what's something that's not great? In fact, it's dire straits for WWE. You can now get a ticket at SummerSlam for the price of a pizza. For Good $25 bucks. All you got to do is use the code DOUBLEJETS, so Double Jets, for Ticketmaster. You can get a $25 nosebleed shit ticket. I mean, you're probably going to be up there with fucking, like, dead bodies, raccoons, wild dogs, fucking spider webs, but bums. But it's damn, it's a SummerSlam experience.
Yeah, it's a SummerSlam. Yeah, the SummerSlam experience is getting bitten by a rabid dog in the bleachers.
Hey,
that's yeah. Hey, you know,
it's a souvenir, right?
Yeah, it's a souvenir. I mean, you got to go to the hospital and get like those 21 shots, but you know what? You got a souvenir. They won't let you take a chair no matter how much money you pay, but you get your souvenir. But I mean, $25 for a ticket. Those nosebleed tickets just a couple of days ago were going for $76, and even that was cheap compared to what they were last year. Last year they were $150 for the nosebleed seats. This year they were $76.10. Now they're $25. Like,
dude, this is like AEW house show ticket prices. Oh yeah. Like if they do like a local show and they're like, hey, you can get like 4 tickets if you buy a price of 4, you can get them $25 a pop. You know, that's the type of deal that AEW is doing. But now WWE is doing it for their second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Pathetic.
It's pathetic. And you know what? I'm not going to buy the excuse of the location. Because look at the last 2 locations for SummerSlam. Last location was in East Rutherford, New Jersey. When I think, nothing against East Rutherford, New Jersey or Ohio. Nothing against them. Great people there. Great things to do there. But when you think summer, you don't think East Rutherford, New Jersey, or Cleveland, Ohio. But that was, you know, the last SummerSlam was in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and the one before that was in Cleveland, Ohio. So it's not the location. It's definitely not the ticket prices because they're way lower than what they've been the past 2 years. What it is, it's the creative. Point blank simple. Like, no one wants to go to see a bunch of rematches.
But even then, like, the big sell point of this should be Brock Lesnar's retirement. It's his hometown. And even then, it feels like a fart in the wind to this whole card. It feels like an afterthought.
Because they didn't build it, and they've treated it like it's an afterthought. That's a good point. They've treated the CM Punk Cody Rhodes match like it's more important than Brock Lesnar retiring. That's how stupid this booking is. Like when we talk about Triple H's bad booking, that's horrendously bad booking. Brock Lesnar retiring should be the biggest thing on that card. It should be the most important thing. It should be way more important than some goofy Cody versus CM Punk match where there's no heat, or some Roman versus Seth match with no build. That should be the focal point. That should be, honestly, it should be the main event. But Night 2 main event, absolutely. But because Triple H is a horrible booker, he's treated it like an afterthought.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if this is Brock's last match, let him go out huge. And that's what he does, is he disrespects these veterans. He did it with AJ Styles, had him retire on a Royal Rumble. Why? Had John Cena retire at Saturday night's main event, which is disrespectful. Same thing with Goldberg. Who knows what he's going to do with Rey Mysterio when the time comes? You see what he does to all these veterans, and it makes you hate him. Like, more so than usual, because you're like, dude, these are his contemporaries. You think he would go out of his way to give them a good farewell? No, if anything, he disrespects them more than Vince ever would, even if he hated him.
No, he does, and it's a shame, man. It really is, because like with Brock retiring, that should matter. And honestly, I think, like, in addition to the staleness and the ticket prices and them, you know, talking crap about the fans, I think one of the things that's hurting the attendance at SummerSlam is just the lack. Is like John Cena retired, Brock's retiring, all those big stars that you were invested in, they're going away. What's there to really go for?
Not a damn thing, man. It's
Right.
going to be a flop. And, they're already talking about a attendance drop. So 23.5% in 2026, despite remaining near historic highs. So this is, Meltzer was blowing this open, and he said, yeah. So they used to average, 10.8 fans per live event, and that was for last year. And then they dropped down, and now it's like an average crowd of around 6,000 to 7,000 was viewed as good in the past. Now they're getting about, what is it? They say 10,000. I don't buy that. I think it's more like 9,000.
Probably, yeah. I'm not buying that the numbers are even as good as WWE is reporting them, but yeah, this just goes to show that like the chickens are finally coming home to roost. It took a while. Like it took way longer than it needed to, but here they are. What you're looking at right here, what you're seeing right now, with the ticket prices being what they are, as low as they are, the lack of attendance, just the constant negativity, just the lack of viewership for WWE. What you're seeing are those chickens finally coming home to roost for Triple H, and it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him, and he may be fine now. Wait about 6 months. Wait after 6 months after all this. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry, real quick. I just wanted to point out that this is almost like this is more than 25. When you go from 14 to 10, that's more than 25%. I think they're underselling that.
No, I think they're underselling it for sure. I just look at the ratings. Look at the ratings. Look at the ticket sales for SummerSlam. I mean, look at the fact. I mean, like people want to have fun at and pleasure themselves to the look at the amount of people that were in Madison Square Garden. Do you remember the setups that they had just a couple years ago at Madison Square Garden? It was the entire arena. It was that little cramped entrance that they had to come through because they were able to seat all those people. Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Now they're struggling. So chickens are coming home to roost. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going down with Logan Paul. So he's trying to get a big match going for SummerSlam, and maybe they had something going at Fanatics. We'll see. I say that match is too big for SummerSlam. Save it for WrestleMania. Build on that shit.
Well, absolutely build on that, but then again, is this gonna work? No, I don't think that adding Tom Brady in a match. I mean, it may help, but I think the only thing that's going to help is to bring back a huge star within the wrestling business, and that's not Tom Brady. He's a big star in football and in sports, but he's not a big star in the wrestling. That's not going to get a wrestling fan to have to go and pay tickets to go see SummerSlam. The only thing that's going to work right now is The Rock. They could try all these other gimmicks, all this other BS, and it ain't going to work. The only thing that's going to work is bringing back The Rock.
I think they're planning on it. You saw Seth Rollins dropping a little hint about it, but now they even had Justin Bieber show up at Fanatics. What's the point of paying him money? You could literally just have Grayson Waller go out there and impersonate him. Nobody would know the difference.
Well, and it's for Fanatics or Fanatics Fest or whatever it's called. What's the point of paying? Because they had to pay him a pretty good amount of money, I would assume.
Right.
Why? No, why would you pay him
I don't fucking know, man. I just don't understand. They better not bring him in. But anyways, Saturday night's YouTube viewership. Look how pathetic this is. Off of YouTube, their official website, they got, over 200 million subscribers on YouTube, and this is the best they can fucking get.
Yeah. Well, the thing about, so context about this. So this is 2 minutes after 265,000. You figured it would have been more. Like, even with 2 minutes after, you figured it would have been more. This is airing globally. It's on YouTube. YouTube is a global platform. Why wasn't this 2.6 million viewers right after the event? Watch it. Why weren't it that many people watching live? Because, it ended up getting over 1 million views on YouTube. Okay, great. That's great. They should have had that many people watching live. Or at the very least, 100,000 for a global show for WWE. No, nothing. You got 256,000 views. Great.
Well, it tells you there's no heat there. That's what it all really comes down to. It all really comes down to the fact there's no heat. Nobody cares about Saturday Night Main Event. The last Saturday Night Main Event that people cared about was the one John Cena was on.
Exactly.
After that, it ceased to exist as a show in most people's eyes. You can put it up for free on YouTube. It don't matter. You still got to sit through ads anyway. So yeah, most people are like, fuck it. I'll check this out when I get the time. And that's what it came down to. That's why it got the 1 million views. And even then, I highly doubt that those were authentic.
How many of them
million
bought it?
people? Exactly. You know? So just saying. So that's going on. But Roman, he teamed up with Jalen, Brunson. I guess because people think that a lot of NBA fans are going to tune on to WWE and watch him come over with the other dude, Cat. Nobody cares, dude. It's basketball and wrestling fans. There's not this huge connection. You saw when Jericho showed up, in overtime, and all those NBA fans were calling AEW ass-eating wrestling. That's what NBA fans think of wrestling. They don't respect it. They don't think it's baller. They don't. When they watch a wrestling match, they don't say that was ball. They say this is fake. That's what they say.
Right. That's exactly what they say. And that's the thing. Like, I get you're in New York. You're at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks won the finals. I get it. It's all for New York. But you got to understand, WWE, you have an international audience. You're going to have way more people watching that don't give two flying craps about the Knicks than do. Like, hey, nothing against the Knicks, nothing against New York. I'm just saying that you have more people watching it outside of New York than you do in New York. Sorry.
Right, and I get it. Yeah, it's the New York Knicks. They're in Madison Square Garden. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you can't compare this shit to, like, Dennis Rodman or Karl Malone coming in or Master P or any of, like, the huge WCW crossovers that they had back in the day.
Yeah,
this
they're stars.
It's lukewarm, you know?
Well, they're stars within New York. They're not stars internationally.
Right.
You know, like, yeah.
Right, just saying. It's a different story. But, you could buy the exclusive heavyweight championship replica title belt that you saw on TV.
$700
for only $700. Steal.
That is like can we like mark the prices down on this? I mean, do you really need $700 for this TKO, or could you maybe like make, I don't know, 400 and be okay? Could you live if you like maybe charged at most 400 for this?
Hey man, that's real cubic zirconia right there, okay?
That's right.
That's real electroplated steel, okay? That's the real shit.
Those plates are real aluminum foil. You know,
right.
we didn't factor that into the equation. You know, a high quality belt like that absolutely has to cost $700.
That's a lot of Barks root beer cans and Pepsi cans that went into making that, man. That's craftsmanship.
It is, man. You know, they should bring back the that like Earth. Remember, like Daniel Bryan the heel vegan gimmick that he had, the belt that he had. Bring something like that back. Like, can we have like a psycho vegan character on the show?
Well, even if they start doing, because they're already trying to make as much money as they can off of belts, I say just bring back all these belts from the past that like even had like
That's an idea.
like, you know, for example, I'm sure it's already up there, but the spinner belt. I'm sure a lot of people would like to have the John Cena spinner belt. A lot of people would love to have the Smoking Skull Championship, the old school ECW Championship, even the old school hardcore title. There's a lot of titles that I'm sure people would like to have. They probably already have like half of those already on the site. But I'm just saying, might as well go for it. You know, people are going to buy it. They will, so.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't have,
you know?
no, totally. I mean, if they don't have the ECW belts, WCW belts up there, what are you doing? I mean, they own the IP for that. Just put it up on there. Put it up on the shop and see if people buy it. I'm pretty sure some will.
Oh, yeah. Well, people love nostalgia, especially when wrestling is dying. We'll go back to the good stuff. That's how it is. So, you know, I don't know why they felt the need to do this, but WWE invited the biggest cuck dork retard streamer ever, Neon, to Saturday Night Main Event. And made out like he was this massive star. Didn't even mention the fact that Chuck Liddell was chilling behind him. Like that to me is the fucking legend. Chuck Liddell's the legend, not this little fucking geek that gets punked on all the streams. Who gives a shit?
How do you have Chuck Liddell in the crowd and you barely mention him? Like,
I don't even think they mentioned him.
Oh my god. What is wrong with them? I mean, come on. Like, that guy is an actual, like, I've never heard of this Neon guy. I've never heard of him. He looks boring to me. I got nothing against him. I don't hate him, but he just looks boring. Like, there's people that when you look at them, you could tell, okay, they're probably boring. I look at him and I go, he's probably got the personality of a dead skunk, you know? Like, I don't know. Nothing against the guy, but
I
really,
honestly think he's just famous for humiliation rituals at this point. Because, like, I look at this guy and he's always streaming with all these famous people like Clavicular and fucking Aiden Ross and all these other, like, top-level streamers. He's always doing this streamer bullshit. and he's always made to look like the little fucking dorky kid that got invited along. You know, it's like,
God.
I don't understand how he has a platform, honestly. He's so pathetic. His own girlfriend makes fun of his small dick. I love that fact. I watched this, what was it, Aiden Ross's little boxing promotion that he did, and he was on the commentary stream. And so Quentin Jackson was bringing up, he's like, hey, because his girlfriend was up there, hey, how little is his dick?
Oh, no.
And she's all like, I plead the fifth.
Oh, no. Why are these fucking, like, these talentless, charismaless jabronis, why do they have, like, so many fucking people following them? Did they do some, like, satanic ritual to, like, get all those people following them? Whose dick do they suck to get that popular? With like, no talent?
Probably Aiden Ross's dick or Andrew Tate's dick or both. Who knows?
But speaking of the Tates, they're in prison now, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I love it how he got arrested in, like, some 1980s designer woman outfit, like a purple blouse on,
bro,
with fucking white khakis. What the fuck is this shit,
bro? Yeah, and when he goes to prison, is he gonna do the thing from Chappelle's, like, game blouses?
He is. Yes. So that's what's going on with
just real quick. Just imagine him dancing like a fairy in prison.
Oh, he's going to be blaring it. It gets me hurt. He's going to be getting down. He's going to be happy. Him and his bro are both going to be happy there.
He's finally going to be happy. Like, that's the thing. It's like, with them going to prison, they're finally going to go where they belong, you know?
That they did. That's the thing, is he always makes it out like, yeah, all these guys are fucking losers. Look at all these fucking losers that signed up to go to get my streams, you know. I was just pawning off these 16-year-old Ukrainian hookers. You know, right. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, are you supposed to be an idol? Are people supposed to look up to some shit like that? Especially when you're a gay dude on the side and you don't even fuck them. It's like, it's weird, dude. It's just some weird gay pimp shit.
Everyone should say to him, well, at least we're not behind bars.
And yeah. Yeah, and behind another dude, too. Just saying. All right, so they finally found a location for it. They found this abandoned ballpark over in Houston called Dyken Park. And
Dyken?
Yeah, you're going to see some Dyken out there, especially with Rhea and Neo. But no, they got Dyken Park over in Houston. It's supposed to be capacity of 41,000, but I highly doubt they're going to fill that. It's going to look like shit on TV. I mean, because that's the thing, too, is like with at least the MLB show that AEW did, it was a small confined thing outside of the arena. This shit is the actual ballpark. It's not going to look anything like Petco Park on TV. I could for sure tell you that.
And that's the thing with Petco Park. It's like not to suck San Diego's dick too much, but, you know, like in addition to the weather being nice, like the Petco Park, it's got an open top ballpark. You could see the sunset. You could see the water in the distance. That's an atmosphere. This is not an atmosphere. No offense.
Nah, it looks like shit. I'm just saying it.
It does.
It's beat rate, especially for WWE and one of their top pay-per-views. But get excited though. They're bringing back War Games.
War Games.
So hopefully we'll have William Regal come out and warble War Games one more time. And we'll have a pointless 4-on-4 match. What I'm guessing, if they're smart, it's going to be Rock's dudes versus Triple H's dudes. If they do that shit, maybe they'll get people talking. If not, it's going to be deader than shit. It's probably going to be, what I'm guessing, is Bloodline versus Seth Rollins and his friends for a month. So a bunch of guys he just randomly teams up with. That's what you're probably going to see.
Oh my God! Can you imagine how fucking dead if they do that, if they actually decide in their infinite stupidity to go with, could you imagine how low the ratings are going to be? Just imagine how if the ticket sales are this bad for SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the year, what are they going to be for Survivor Series? How are they going to explain this to TKO?
I mean, shit, and they already got rid of Brock. You know, that's the thing. You already got rid of one of your top stars, and even
no Cena, no Brock.
Well, look what Netflix is doing. It's an adult show. Why are we bleeping out and covering up shit? And the shit is even has an asterisk in the middle of it. It's already censored to begin with, but they can't show that on the Netflix replay. Why?
I'll tell you why. Because when they air it internationally, there's some countries where they'd be they'd have a sexual thing going on. Yeah. Yeah, and it would be a disaster, and I get it, but this fucking Netflix deal, dude. Enough of Netflix. I'm at the point of just fuck Netflix, get off Net, go to anywhere else, go to a fucking local public access channel over Netflix. It'd be better, Well,
I'm just saying honestly, the only way to watch modern WWE is on a VPN, European Netflix. Yes. The only fucking way. Because what you're missing as an American fan when you have to sit through all those terrible commercials, you're missing promos from a lot of times good people. So like they use that spot for like LA Night promos for whatever reason. A lot of segments you would see on WWE.com, you'll see them there first. That's why you're wondering, why did I see this? You would have seen it if they were better with time management, which they're not. So this is what you get.
It's just from top to bottom. Like you could blame everything. You could blame the location. You could blame the ticket prices. Well, not anymore. You could blame a lot of things. What you ultimately come back to is, at the end of the day, the fish rots from the head down. This is a Triple H problem first and foremost. And quite frankly, I'm at the point of like, literally anybody else would be better. Anybody, you name them. Bruce Pritchard would be better. Paul Heyman would be better.
Scott
William Regal. Scott D'Amore would be better. That's how bad this is. Because at least Scott D'Amore would try to he put himself on TV every other segment, but at least he'd be trying to elevate some of the mid-card talent. You're not seeing that in WWE. What you're seeing is just like, I have faith in no one else. Just keep pushing the same old farts at the top. This won't backfire, right?
They paid their dues. That's what it's all about, man. So you're going to be paying a lot of dues if you're a dumbass. Welcome to the WWE club for only $99 a year.
Only
you get premium access. You got to get ahead of this shit though. This is what you get. You get a match-used ring canvas acrylic collectible. So basically, what they do is they take a dirty, blood-stained, hepatitis, fucking AIDS-stained mattress, and they cut like a 4x4 square out of it, and they put it in a package. So you get just basically a piece of a mat. Exclusive Club WWE lanyard, founding member pin, and a special welcome letter from John Cena to founding members. So basically, he just takes one letter, photocopies it, and you get a photocopy letter. And all of this for $99.
I'm sorry, but if you buy that, some people have to call you a dork just on principle. Like if you go outside wearing a Club WWE lanyard, it's like everybody you meet has to call you a dork. I'm sorry.
I would hope they choke you with it. Just saying.
Oh God. Choke some sense. We're kidding. We're just. But come on. Why would you pay $99 for this? Remember those? Remember back in the day, those you pay $20 and you get the box full of random shit.
Yeah, no, I remember
That'd be
you used
better.
to get the mystery boxes. Yeah,
yeah.
And at least with that, you would get something that might be a collectible and might be worth money. 10 years down the line. All of this shit, it's going to be sitting in a fucking Salvation Army 10 years down the line collecting dust, probably underneath a Black Widow nest.
Well, I mean, even the bums wouldn't want them. They're because you see the Salvation Army and Goodwill, they're giving shit away to the bums. I bet the bums look at this and go, no thanks.
They might use the mat to wipe their ass. Toilet paper, it's kind of scarce nowadays, just saying.
That's true. I mean, so yeah, okay, they may use the mat to wipe their ass. I don't know what they would, maybe they'd use a lanyard to do drugs. I don't know. Who knows?
They could fish in the sewers with that,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make a little fishing hook and they could go sewer fishing with that.
Yeah, you can go sewer fishing with your Club WWE lanyard.
Hey, they get creative on the streets, I tell you. But I'll give credit to this guy. Usually we talk a lot of shit about him. I'll give credit to Damian Priest. He got a voiceover role in Marvel's Rivals. That's good. I'd like to see more of these wrestlers getting acting roles. He's not exciting at all and not exactly who I would have picked for the role, but hey, good for the guy. I'll give him that.
I mean, if he's playing a lobotomized character, I think he'd be perfect for the role.
Maybe the Hood is lobotomized. I don't know. I don't keep up with all the new Marvel characters, but maybe the Hood is lobotomized, so you don't know. Looks like Ludwig, he got out of this case. So legal documents filed on behalf of Ludwig. He's good under the stand your ground law in Florida. So he got lucky. He bitched the dude in the right state. I'll say that much. Very smart on his behalf.
I mean, if you're going to do it in the right state,
Absolutely. So, big return coming up. I'm sure you guys saw the trailer, but August 3rd, we got big titties coming back to WWE. And hey, hopefully we get, Enzo Amore with them. I'm just glad they're not in NXT.
Me too. I'm glad they're not in NXT because that really, the more you think about it, they're too established to be in NXT. You got to have them on the main roster. But the one thing that I'm kind of worried about here, man, no mention of Enzo. It's all Big Cass. Where's Enzo? If you're Enzo's the draw here. Nothing against Big Cass. he could be entertaining. He could have a decent match every once in a while. But man, Enzo's the one you want back. If you're gonna sell merch, Enzo's the guy you want back.
Well, I mean, you even saw when Vince tried to push him by himself. He was just big ass.
Yeah.
That's all he was. He was just big ass. You need to put the C in that, and Enzo is the C. When you put Enzo in there, he brings out the charisma in him, the C that we're missing. He's just big ass otherwise. And honestly, what the fuck was he doing as Big Bill over in AEW anyways?
Nothing. Like eating
it's
and catering.
Like Jack Swagger's run,
He was just eating and catering the entire time.
Yeah. So
I have nothing better to do than eat and catering. I don't blame you. Like if you're in AEW, you're not being just stay at home like Rusev did. Play video games and get paid $400,000 a year. Good God.
I mean, because of AEW's catering, he went from a D cup to a G cup. So good for him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's moving onward and upward. He's making improvements.
That he is. So let's go ahead and talk about somebody who may be moving on out of WWE. That's Santos Escobar, who says he's going to be a free agent real soon. So this is something I already kind of figured with him showing up on AAA. I could more than likely see him going over to AEW and just getting lost in the mix with all the other Mexican luchadors. So, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they aired a video package of him on AEW.
Did they? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they already are reaching out to Mike Santana. Santos is right up their alley, so I can see it. Something I can always see, though, was a counter program with WWE, and they made sure to do that for All Out. So they got When Worlds Collide at basically the same time as All Out. I think All Out may be like an hour difference, but no, they're literally doing this on every big AEW show with any counter program they can. AAA, NXT, SmackDown, Raw, Evolve even. They don't care. At this point, they're petty as fuck.
No, they are, and I understand why they're petty, because I don't know if he mentioned it already, but let me go ahead and mention this fact.
Sure.
Right now, as it stands right now, All Out or All In is going to be on August 31st, and they've already sold about 30,000 tickets. Right now, All In has sold more tickets than Night 2 of SummerSlam.
Wow. Damn. And I know they would go with the go. Well, and I know they would go with the excuse, they had a flash sale. Well, so did SummerSlam.
Look, literally, you can get tickets for SummerSlam for $25.
That's insane. To a big pay-per-view like that, I've never seen tickets so low, even for nosebleeds. No. Never.
No, not at all. And what it's showing you is, it's showing you that finally the fucking chicken song. It took a while. You know what it took? It took the big stars going away. It took Cena going away, and it took Brock going away. You saw what happened to the attendances, to the viewership after Cena left. It went down, and now as Brock is leaving, I think fans are anticipating that they're about to lose another big star, and they're like, okay, well, everybody else has been overused and overexposed, and we're bored with them. They're stale. They're probably going to put the title back on Cody anyway. And so I think there's a lot of the fans are looking at it like, why am I going to pay to go to the show when a lot of these are rematches? I don't really care about the big stars that they're trying to shove down my throat anymore. They're not building anybody new. It's all the same. Why should I care?
Well, the problem is the wound is bleeding out everywhere.
Right.
The only company that is actually doing pretty well right now, and it's because they're giving the marks what they want, is AEW.
Right.
I'll give all the credit to AEW. Is that they're actually getting good ratings right now. I mean, they're only like 300 to 350K off from SmackDown. Now, it's not going to last forever. That's for dang sure. It's only because we're leading up to All In. But I'm just saying, though, go for it. What do you got?
Yeah, but no, so my question would be, is that because, and we've seen this before, right before Mania, right around March, WWE was having another lull period creatively. It was really, really bad. And what happened to AEW's ratings? They shot up.
Not only that, too, you got Bayley leaving,
Right.
So that's going to be another feather in the cap, especially if she can show up at All In. That's going to get a lot of people talking about that show. This is something I didn't think I would see. Honestly, I didn't give AEW this type of credit, especially with how bad their creative has been, but they're giving an alternative, and that's the biggest thing. When WWE is awful, people will go anywhere. Absolutely anywhere, and AEW is the place they're going now. That's how it is. Trust me, it's far from a watchable show. Don't believe the ratings. It's far from a watchable show, but at the same time, people have gone tired of Triple H's stale-ass booking.
Yeah. What you're having is, I think that you're having decent sized portion of the fans, they're like, okay, I'm tired of WWE. Let me just see what AEW is doing. Let me see what they're doing. I think that could be what's going on here, and I think that AEW could be benefiting from it. They really could. What they need is they need a return of like Tony Storm and a few others to, I think, really give them a boost. Putting the title on Will Ospreay, man, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. If they really wanted this to work, put the title on Bobby Lashley. Put the title on Bobby Lashley, have MVP be the mouthpiece, and now you have an unstoppable heel for like Kenny Omega, MJF, whoever, whatever babyface you want to run with, to have to overcome. Like, that is what I would recommend. Now, they're probably going to go with Will Ospreay, and it's probably going to be decent at best. Like, I'm not saying the sky's going to fall if they put the title on Will Ospreay, but I don't know. I think they're just leaving a lot of money on the table.
Well, I will say that right now, Kenny and Will aren't well liked by the marks online, all because Kenny got offended at a shitty Charlie Kirk joke. So now they're jumping down his ass saying he defends pedos. Same thing with Will. So I don't know. It's weird. These fans are like making up excuses now for not liking these guys when they liked them for the longest time. You know, we've seen this shit all over again now. Now we're just seeing it in AEW. So I don't know, man. I think with Kenny they got a boost. It got people talking for once. Sure. You know, I don't think Will Ospreay is the choice either. But a guy like Bobby Lashley, you have to understand. With a guy like Tony, he's never going to put the title on him or put him in the main event. He's a novelty act, and a lot of it has to do with his age. He looks great for his age. Don't get me wrong. We don't consider age a number when you're that talented. But in Tony's mind, he's one of the few people I will give credit. He tries to push people that aren't products of the WWE. That's his whole thing. Well, and that's why he puts so much stock in between, behind guys like Adam Page, like Will Ospreay, like Kenny Omega's, because they were never purely WWE guys.
No, for sure, and I totally understand that. But what I'm saying here is like with the difference between like the age, like with like Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, I think they have one thing in common, to where like they're legit freak athletes, to where it's like even though they're older, they're in their mid 40s now. It doesn't really, I mean, it matters to a degree because like age does come for us all, or father time does come for us all. But I feel like they're going to be more athletic later on in life just because they're just genetic freaks. Which is why I think you could go with like a good 1 year run of Bobby Lashley left, and get what you can out of that at the very least. But I think they really got to capitalize on this with the most star power possible. And I don't think that Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega are that. I think if you're going to steal some of those disaffected WWE fans that can go over, can flee to an alternative, you got to have people they remember. You got to have stars that they're going to care about. And I don't know if they're going to care about Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega.
Well, I mean, it just comes down to the point that he's going to push what he wants to push, and that's Tony's world. That's how it is. We don't control it. But we can talk about some bad booking, though, on WWE's behalf. So this is what they're doing. They're doing a 5-woman ladder match to take place at SummerSlam to crown a new interim women's champion. So what they're going to do is they're not going to take the title off of Rhea Ripley. They're just going to have her be champion, then they're going to have a fake side champion, like this is UFC or something. I'm sorry, dude. In UFC, it actually matters because, it's an interim championship. This is WWE. It's fake shit. Why can't you take the title off of Rhea?
Yeah, just take the title off her. I don't understand. Like, it's just take the title off her. But no, they're going to do a goofy ass ladder match for an interim champion, and then Rhea's going to come back probably in about a month or two. Who knows? It's just horrible booking. This is just so not creative. Like, use like ChatGPT, use AI. Use AI to come up with a better, like, because AI will give you like multiple different like ideas of like what you could do in this. At least do that. Yeah, I mean, shit. Noseman could literally do this on the toilet. He could pull up Grok on the toilet.
They do, bro. That's the thing is they do. No, they've admitted in interviews. No, flat out they admitted that they use AI for WWE. So they are. This is them. Yeah. Like I've said before, like Triple H said, we're firing on all cylinders. They're using AI too. It's everything, man. This is the best they can do.
Well, the problem is not AI. I just think AI gets a bad rap in this regard. The problem is just the person who's using the AI is not creative. If you gave a highly creative person AI to use, they can make something really cool. Creative people are going to be creative. They're going to do creative things. Triple H is not creative, so you get this garbage that we're getting now.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, it's no excuse for it. But so Braun Breaker, he's pissed off too. So he reportedly has been frustrated with how much of his creative played out earlier this year. Breaker also explored his creative options, holding conversations with people within the company about pivoting away from his current creative direction and into a different one. So he's pissed off with the angle they gave him. He thinks it sucks. He's tired of this whole vision bullshit. He wants to break off, but they're not listening to him because, yeah, you're a small fish. Why don't you work your way up? That's how they look at it with Braun, which is sad because you're pissing off the future of WWE.
You really are. And the one thing, like, I understand the pushback against, like, Paul Heyman running creative, but the one thing that Paul Heyman would do is he would elevate the mid-carders. I mean, he took somebody like Tommy Dreamer, who when he went into ECW could barely talk, taught him how to cut a promo, and he's one of the better promos in ECW. He was always good at elevating the mid-card, and I think that's what they need to do. I think they've relied on the top card for way too long. I think the fans are just way too tired of it. It's way too stale. They need to elevate the mid-card. They need to start elevating the new guys.
It is what it is. We can tell them how to book. They do what they fucking want, bro.
I know.
They do what they want. So Roman had said that the Bloodline saga will go on forever until he's gone. This right here is an indictment of creative. They have nothing better to come up with, so they're just going to drag this shit through the fucking mud. You're going to hear about the Bloodline up to the point that Roman retires and probably afterwards. I could see like a new Bloodline, which is almost like X-Men Kids or some shit, where he gets like a bunch of young upstart Samoans like Zilla Fatu and whatever fucking kids Jay and Jimmy can pop out, and he leads them as like the manager. They're gonna run this shit in the fucking ground, trust me.
Well, because they got nothing else. They got nothing else. Like this is an indictment of how bad the creative is under Triple H. Like this right here is like one of the main reasons why he needs to be fired. And it's just the staleness. The staleness is going to cost TKO money, and they're too disconnected to really see it.
I think they see what's going on, but they have nothing better. That's what it comes up with. Like even with the AI, their own tool being used, they don't have anything better to come up with. So we get stale shit. So that's what it is.
Yep.
We also get general managers returning to put over fucking dorks that already have too many wins under their belt. So you get Gunther versus Aldis at SummerSlam, a match that nobody wanted, yet you're gonna get it anyways.
Well, and the other thing too is like, how long has Nick Aldis been out of the ring?
Since the days of the 10 pounds of gold, like pre-COVID. It's been a long time.
We're talking like what, almost 7 years now?
It's been a while.
6-5, like a long time.
Yeah.
So like, why are people expecting this match to be just this epic, amazing thing? Now, granted, it's something different. It's a breath of fresh air from just from being a rematch because we haven't seen it before. We haven't seen Nick Aldis have a match. It's something, but you can't have faith in the booking, man, because you know who's running it.
Well, yeah, not only that, but even if Nick has been training in the Performance Center for 6 months straight, it's never like he was this amazing technical wrestler to begin with. He was just bulky British guy that did a couple technical moves. He was just, if you've already seen Harry Smith or Davey Boy Smith, you already know what Nick Aldis wrestles like.
But Nick Aldis has never wrestled it like on a main, like in a stadium. Nick Aldis has wrestled for TNA most of his career.
Yeah, he's never wrestled a big stadium show, so I don't think he's going to get stage fright because he's done promos and shit in front of people. But yeah, it's not going to be a great match. But yeah, they're doing this shit. I don't know why they would do this either, but this is really bad. LA Knight Solo and Royce Keys versus Jacob Fatu and the Usos in a 6-man tag match. How does any of this make sense? I haven't been watching either of the shows, so maybe somebody in the chat can tell us what's going on. But why is LA Knight teaming up with Royce Keys and Solo Sikoa to face off against the Usos and Jacob Fatu? I just don't get this. Why does this exist?
Because Triple H really hates LA Knight. It's the only thing I can think of is like he's got nothing else for LA Knight. What a fucking idiot. Oh my God. This guy, if they got behind him, could be their top star. Easily. On the mic, charisma, personality. He could be that guy. But no.
Oh no. Instead, we hear the rumor that Triple H and TKO believe that LA Knight is too old for a world title run.
Oh, and Damian Priest wasn't?
Nah. Damian Priest is The Rock, if you haven't heard. That's what Triple H was saying.
He's The Rock, I mean, he's got the charisma and promo skills of The Rock, quite clearly. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to see, or deaf.
It's right there. That's what we get. So, yeah, no, we don't get talented people like LA Knight and Logan Paul holding world championships. We get the same old NXT Black and Gold darlings. So, it's an unfortunate way it is. But, it's something we always get over in NXT is the worst promos. You would figure with Shawn Michaels as a promo coach, you'd get something good. Nope. You get this.
You wanted to meet?
Yeah. So it's official. You and me. For this championship.
I finally get my one-on-one opportunity for that title. I'm not letting it slip through my fingers. Aaron, that title represents my future. My family's future.
You don't have to tell me your backstory. We know you come from humble beginnings. And I'm sure there was a point in your life where you felt like you weren't going to amount to anything. I get that. And I also know that can make someone desperate. But you showed me what kind of man you were when you stood beside me against the Mog Squad.
But desperation isn't gonna make me compromise who I am. See, I respect you because I know what you've persevered through just to get that title on your shoulders.
Thank you.
I know you've heard all the insults, but look at you. Making history as the champion in the WWE. But Aaron, every story in history comes to an end.
But this is the first chapter in the history I'm writing. This isn't just important to me. This is important to the people who grew up feeling the way I did.
And that's exactly why I need this. Because people like me, we're not supposed to make it here. We don't have people opening doors for us. All we have is what we're willing to fight for. I've been suppressing anger my whole life, Aaron. I've been ignoring disrespect. I've been gritting my teeth when people told me that I was gonna amount to nothing. But when that bell rings, I'm done suppressing it. All that anger is gonna get directed right at you. And when it's over, the world will see what a kid from nothing can become.
You make it seem like I don't know about anger, that I don't know about rage. But you said it yourself. I've been called everything under the sun. I've been beaten down. I've been betted against. I just don't show it like you do. But you want to see rage? I'll give you what you want. I'll show you and this whole world that I may be glamour, but I'm glamour and grit.
Then show the world, Aaron.
I think they showed the world how to fall asleep in under 2 minutes.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I was expecting Aaron Rourke to, like, say at the very end, "You got me mad now." I'm like, bro, like, how are they that bad? Oh my God.
It's just basically like, I really respect you, and you fought hard to get where you're at, but I have to take that title for my family.
But I respect you too, and we know, sugar, we know. But you're not going to defeat me for my belt.
And that's all we see, and that's it. And it's terrible.
I'm like literally, you could go to like some fucking fat mark in the crowd and hand him a mic, and I'm pretty sure he could cut a better promo. This is crazy. How are they this bad?
Bro, this is the future of WWE.
Under nose, if Noseman gets his way, Aaron Rourke will be the world champion. I promise you, if that big nose idiot gets his way, that skinny, charismaless dork is going to get his way, and everyone's going to hate it. But you know what? I don't think he is going to get his way. I think TKO is going to smarten up, and they're going to fire that fucking idiot. Look at the ticket sales. How long can this go on? How long can they keep marking down these tickets? It can't happen forever.
I mean, he's bald. He is gay. He's got a little dick, so they got a lot in common. So you never know. I think you might be right on that.
He's just like me, except his nose is smaller.
You know,
we'll fix that. You know, we got to go get like Beavis and Butthead, get the nose enlargement surgery. You know, get him hooked up, get him ready to go. He's the next Triple H.
Hunter, is my thingy bigger?
Jim's tired of the noise. He says today's entrance music just sounds like noise to me. And he's absolutely fucking right. But you know what, though? It's like, what pisses me off is a guy who made the best theme songs of all time. He can't even put his opinion out there with some, like, dipshit getting offended. So, of course, Mikey Ruckus got offended and said, "I don't give a shit what he says." Didn't you call Jim Johnston one of your idols at one time?
I think he did.
I'm just saying.
We're talking about Jim Johnson. We're talking about the guy that made the theme for The Undertaker, for Stone Cold, for all the legends. He made their themes, and we got this AEW nobody, Mikey Ruckus. Now, granted, Mikey Ruckus has done some good music. Don't get me wrong. He's okay, better than CFOs, that's for damn sure, and Def Rebel especially. But, I mean, come on, this is a legend we're talking about here. Like, you're talking about a legend in this business, and you're talking crap on him? Come on now.
That's all they do nowadays. All these newcomers, they always talk shit about the veterans, man. It sucks. So, you know what? Gable Stevenson, he made his debut for UFC. And Nina Marie Danielle said, Gable Stevenson UFC debut was great. My UFC broadcast debut, not so much, LOL. Sean said, just make sure he has no objects when you interview him. Things might get weird.
Oh, God.
I don't know what the fuck what does that mean? Does Stephanie know something about that? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't know.
I think Sean may know. I think he might be in the know. You know, these impressions that we do, I mean, what it might be is just like, it may be like forecasting reality. You know, like we're giving you a premonition, to quote Matt Hardy, of the future. And it just so happens that this could be happening. Who knows?
I really do feel that Triple H owns a flea-ridden dog suit.
Yes.
It's
How could
my
he not?
firm belief, just saying.
How could he not? How could he not like to wear a flea-ridden dog suit and, get cucked out in a cage? Like, how could he not? When you look at that guy, do you think alpha male, or do you think, wow, this guy is pathetic and he probably gets cucked out in a itchy dog suit in a cage?
It depends on who you ask, just saying.
Oh, depends. That could be one thing Stephanie's going to have him wear, You don't want to get the cage dirty,
She's tired of cleaning up the dog shit. I don't blame her. But
I don't blame her either.
Somebody's tired of cleaning up shit around the house, and she had to get up and pack out. So, Mi Chen, she basically confirmed that, her and Keith Lee are divorced, and mentioned on social media,
Slow new days, I guess. Waking up to some love and some misogynistic comments. Figures. We both are still friends and got nothing but love for each other. Go outside, get some sun, drink some water, and have a good day.
Okay.
You're the one that put that shit out there, Big Meech, just saying.
Big Meech.
That's what she calls herself.
I got a conspiracy theory, bro. I got a conspiracy theory. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so I think they are legitimately separated. I believe that. Right. But I think on the down low, Keith Lee and Leo Rush, they got together. They had a little bit of a gay romance. And after sex, what did Leo Rush say?
It's fine. Yes.
Was it really that good?
So you saying the black heart became a black hole?
I'm thinking he's the black hole and he's the black heart.
Makes sense.
There you go.
The pitcher and the catcher. It got confirmed now. Keith Lee is believed to be retired from wrestling amid AEW absence. You got to feel bad for this guy, man.
I know.
Like, he got turned gay by Leo Rush. Like, he's not getting Asian pussy anymore. No. He's not even getting a Tony paycheck anymore. What is this guy doing besides aging incredibly rapidly?
And wearing stupid coats.
Like, what is he doing?
He's alive, I guess.
I guess, kind of, sort of. Who knows for how long? Nah, I'm just joking. Anyways.
We're kidding.
Though, I got to give props to Sami Callihan. He got let go from TNA, got picked up immediately by AEW. This is good. This is good because of a guy like Sami Callihan. All jokes aside, he's got a lot of knowledge about the business. He's got a lot of connections with wrestlers. I'm betting you anything Moxley got him in the door like that.
Yeah. I can bet Moxley got him in. So good on him, man. It's I was crapping on him, calling him salami candied ham, the bread machine and all that. But you know what? Oh God,
salami fat man, whatever you want to call him. He's got talent.
Whatever you want to call him, he knows a bit about wrestling. I think he's trying to do new things. He's not like these 60-year-old dinosaur wrestlers who just want to. What did we do in the 80s? Yeah, let's do that again, even though everyone will think it's fucking retarded.
Goddamn. So, I don't know why the fuck AEW is doing this. Nobody cares about this, but we have to make fun of it. What are you trying to prove, Tony?
God.
Nobody fucking cares about Athena. She's in Ring of Honor. What's the fucking point? Anybody can hold the Ring of Honor Women's Championship for 13, 17 fucking days. James Ellsworth could hold the title for that long. It's not an accomplishment. What's the fucking point?
Yeah, James Ellsworth could hold the ROH Women's World Title for 1,300 days. I mean, it's not a big accomplishment, but I guarantee you, he's probably gonna hype it as
yeah, Athena has held the title for over 1,400 days. It's a big accomplishment.
Is that why you won't put her on TV? Yeah, I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah, she's this massive streak champion. She's barely on TV.
Oh, Tony, never change.
Never change.
Well, one thing Tony loves doing is if he has a wrestler on his roster, he loves just making sure that they go out and fuck themselves up. So here's Breaking Bones news, and here's Darby Allin going headfirst into a pole.
Cage. Oh, my God. He's looking about where to throw Darby. Oh, Darby is head bouncing.
Oh,
you see that the back of the skull too.
Oh my God!
He was definitely ringing after that. I'm surprised he was able to walk, but yeah, especially from a guy like Brian Cage, hurled him like a lawn dart.
Good Good God! I mean, like, why are they doing that? Like, that had to have been either approved. Like, why would Brian Cage just do that? Like, he had to have known what was going to happen to him, you know?
Oh, no, Darby told him ahead of time, you know, it'd be awesome as if you picked me up and threw me head first into the steel pole, and then I just crashed on the outside. And he's like, you sure, man? He's like, yeah, please. It's all on Darby's request, I guarantee you.
He's supposed to say, please do it. Please kill me.
Is that what it is? Does he want to die, and that's why he asked for all this shit backstage, all these weird spots?
Like, that and, like, climbing Mount Everest and, you know, diving off of shit. It's like... Bro, just like fucking like get help instead of diving off shit. Just get help, you know.
You know what? This is why we advocate for AEW to open up a sex shop and hire Priscilla Kelly.
Right?
Because then he could get the Priscilla Kelly fuck doll. I'm sure that's what he misses.
Could be, man.
There you go, man.
Yeah, he could spend his AEW paychecks on his Priscilla Kelly fuck doll.
Just saying.
Yeah, I got a Priscilla Kelly pocket pussy. Yeah,
just like the real thing, but not really.
Reliving the old days. Nostalgia.
Maybe that's why he does the things he does. I don't know, but I will say I do feel bad for one female now. Look how long she's been out with this shit. Since WrestleMania 41, she's been out with this fucking mutated Cabbage Patch finger. I honestly, though, I'm thinking she's milking the fuck out of it. Notice she tied it right in with her maternity leave, like, I'm going to milk WWE for every fucking dollar they got. She's been doing it like 2 years now.
I mean, this could be an old photo of her, like, with her weird sausage scarred finger, you know? Like, this could be an old photo, for all we know. Because, like, there's no way this finger could be that fucked up.
Yeah, just saying. No, she's definitely... I think she's pulling a welfare scam on Triple H. Just saying. Just saying.
It's like, damn it, why do we gotta keep paying her? She's like been out for like 2 years.
Damn it. I figured she was on that shit. So Bianca even said, I don't watch wrestling. I think that shit's fucking gay. I only watch it if my girls are wrestling.
I mean, she's just like right out the fucking open with it. I mean, come on. It's like, yeah, I'm taking them for a ride. Those rich motherfuckers.
Pay me TKO.
Bro, dude, if she did a hashtag pay me TKO, I would fucking, bro, I would fucking crack up. I'd laugh my ass off.
Milk them. Hey, I'm all
milk
for it.
Milk them, yeah.
Milk them fucking dry. But you know what, though? It's getting bad over in Mexico. So, Viking Dildo, he underwent surgery on a torn ACL, and he's going to be out for 9 months. So, yeah. No, and that's right after they put him on SmackDown, too. He had one SmackDown match, and then they pulled him off right afterwards. So,
well, how long does a pregnancy last?
Same time.
So you think he might be pregnant?
I'm thinking Viking Dildo might be a mama. Who knows? So maybe that's what's going on.
Viking Dildo mama, you know, who knows?
Viking Dildo mama. But, you know, this is proof that the luchador style is fucking dangerous and stupid. So Ray was talking about Octagon Jr. suffered a neck injury in Monterey, and that truthfully he has a long way to go to recover. So we know from neck injuries that's 1.5 to 2 years. Yeah. So this is why, and look what even happened to little Vikingo that we were talking about. Had the neck injury at 17 years old, man, a broken neck. This is why we talk so much shit about the lucha style, is because it actively almost kills people. It's not even a high risk, ain't a joke.
No, I mean, you can literally break your neck. You can literally die in the ring. Isn't that right, Ray?
Yeah, no, the Rays came pretty close. I mean, I'm just saying, he's very lucky to be alive, and not only that, what we know what happened with him, and the Paraguay, yeah. So
the thing, you know,
yeah. So it is time for Outlaw Mud Shit, where we talk about what happened on the Outlaw Mud Shit circuit. So start off with some good news. Get props out to GCW, who got their website up and running for GCW Lunacy. You can go there. It's great streamlined format. Kirk from NWA, I guess, did the website, redid it or whatever. But yeah, this is what he's got here with help from our guys as well. So yeah, they got all the episodes on here as well. Very cool format, very well done website. So check that out.
Absolutely, did a great job on it. It looks great.
Yeah, absolutely. So I also want to show you one of our favorite wrestlers on the Outlaw Mud Shit circuit, Ben Bishop. For whatever reason, somebody actually booked this guy up against a child. Bro, they come on, that's child abuse. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, come on. Like, what are we doing? I mean, why are you putting a kid up against a 7-foot tall guy? That's like a giant versus little kid. It's not fair.
You want to know the twist?
What's the twist?
The mark-ass dork cuck promoter had the little kid beat him.
No.
Yep.
No. Oh, God. No. Come on.
Yep.
No. Okay, look. TNA. If you're listening, Carlos Silva, okay? When you're not in your cuck chair and your cuck hat, okay, you need to listen, all right? You need to sign Ben Bishop, okay? Enough of the bullshit. Sign Ben Bishop. This guy has spectacle. He's entertaining as fuck. This guy could get massively over. Get him while you can. And he's still under the age of 30. Get him. Look, why is he not signed to a bigger company? I don't understand.
Well,
why is he...
He did post something shortly after our last news that maybe, I don't know, possibly he might have listened to our news. But he was saying a lot of people ask me why I haven't signed with a big-time company yet is because I love my schedule on the indies. I'm able to compete where I want, do what I want, and at my own schedule. He says, will I eventually be in the one of the big-time companies? Yeah, when the time comes. But for now, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So basically, he gave, I guess, the Matt Cardona type speech. He's just waiting for a big-time deal before it comes true. And I get it, man. I would be too.
But here's the thing, and this is just undeniably true.
Right.
When you go to a big company and you go back to the indies, guess what? You can charge a lot more.
He might be making really good. I mean, some of these indie guys make decent depending on what territory they're in, you know?
But it's even above the money. It's like
I know.
a guy like that should be seen, like, this is a guy who should be in WWE. This honestly, I would rather have Ben Bishop in WWE than Big Cass.
Oh, yeah. No, because Ben's young. He's a better promo. And that's the thing, too, is like, they're probably looking at it from the work rate perspective. Like, dude, he's 7 feet tall, and he's still great for being a 7 feet tall dude. He's like way more athletic than Omos is.
Yep.
He's a great promo. Like we said before, he's like stretched out Matt Riddle, but better. You know, I don't know. I think Ben Bishop, he's the future. And I don't know if you saw, they had a little, like, what is it? A little casting call. They were doing their little impersonation of what Nash and Hall and Triple H did back in the day with Shawn Michaels. But yeah, Richard Holiday was doing it with him. So Holiday's going to be in WWE real soon. So I say Ben should get signed with him. I don't know what the deal is.
I think honestly, like, I get doing the indies and I get the freedom and I get all that, but like the world needs to see how talented Ben Bishop is. Like, he needs to be in a big leagues, in a big league, whether it's AEW or it's WWE or even TNA. He needs to be seen on national TV. He needs to be seen by the masses because a guy like that, he's no offense to the indies, he's better than the indies. He is.
Oh, yeah. Now you see him on these little shit shows, and you're like, dude, this guy's a fucking superstar. What is he doing, you know?
Well,
but hey, you know.
And that's what drives me crazy is there's such good talent on the indies, and WWE and AEW just pass them by.
A lot of it has to do with if they'll sign with their lowball shit contract, because you got to understand, like, one of the things going on right now is a possibility Barron might have gone back to MLW because of a lowball contract. Check this out. Now, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's a handshake deal between him and WWE going on right now. I don't know if he has to fulfill a couple MLW dates first. But yeah, he's working both companies now.
Well, just to verify it, so I'm looking at WWE.com/superstars, the WWE roster page. See, Big E, Blake Howard, Blake Monroe, Booker T, Brad Taylor, Bravo Americano, Brie Bella, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bronco Nima, Bronson Reed, Brooks Jensen, Brutus Creed. No Baron Corbin.
Weird. So maybe there's credence to that rumor that they were saying on TV is that maybe he did drop out of a lowball deal.
It could be like what it could have been. Yeah, it could have been like a tryout thing. Like, well, we'll pay you to show up at these shows here and there, and then if you want to sign, great. If not, then go back to the Indies. And that may very well have happened because this has happened before. This happened before with Matt Cardona and Dolph Ziggler. This already happened before. So like they've done this before. So yeah.
I mean, there's possibility they could bring him back, but it looked like WWE didn't want to use him. I mean, I get it, because one of the big feedback that we were given when he debuted on SmackDown is like, why is this happening? There's no reason for it. He doesn't really have any commentaries it to anybody in the company unless you're bringing him back as a tag team partner for Braun Breaker. But they wouldn't do that.
No, they wouldn't do that.
So it's time for Old School Road Stories, where we talk about what happened in the past. So first off, Jeff Jarrett was Dark Side of the Ring, and he was talking about his drinking addiction back in 2017. And he said, I was at a pool party in my backyard, and I looked down at my gut, and I go, not on my watch. I'm never going to have a beer gut. And that day I switched to vodka. Literally that day, that was not a good decision. And then Carrot was saying he would start drinking at 10 a.m. or he would drink all day. I wish, what is it? I wasn't just watching from the outside. I was living it. So apparently she was doing shots with him. So she's admitting she was a drunk whore too. It happens.
I mean, like, this is just like, well, and like apparently vodka was even worse because like apparently he showed up in Mexico drunk as a skunk and wreaked havoc, and so apparently like that led him to go into alcohol rehab, which good for him. So it's he quit the spirits. That's literally what they call it, is spirits, because it infects you.
Yeah.
It's another topic for another time, but it's good to see that Jeff Jarrett got his life together. But yeah, you can avoid the beer gut by going to vodka, but do you really want to make the switch to that? I say not. I say just tell alcohol to take a hike.
Yeah, it's the best way to go. But back in his alcoholic days, he had a few run-ins. So one was with a former TNA star, Goldie Locks, who said she has dealt with persistent sexual harassment. So she came out and said that she had kept quiet for a while before eventually bringing the tapes to the Jarretts and Bob Ryder. After asking the trio what they wanted to do, Goldilocks recalls being asked to hand over the tapes. She refused to give over the originals, but later provided duplicates. Ultimately, Goldilocks' harasser remained employed, and she stated the Jarretts and Ryder hired a prostitute to stop the harassment. So, yeah, she was mad that there was tapes of her being harassed, but it's just like, dude, we can go back to the Attitude Era and see tapes of wrestlers harassing chicks on camera. Vince McMahon harassing chicks on camera. What's the big deal?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, I get the complaints from her, but it's like, yeah, come on now. I mean, yeah,
just saying. So, one of the things that we heard about recently from Triple H is he said, it was the guy behind the Montreal Screwjob. It was all me. It was all me, my mastermind. And we're thinking, okay, so where did this fucking genius go? But no, you want to look at the real footage? This is him saying that he wasn't a part of it.
Give me that shit. Because you guys knew it.
Swear to God.
You knew it from the very beginning. All of you.
I swear to God, I knew nothing.
Yeah, well, swear to God all you want. Someday God is going to strike you down.
I mean,
yeah.
I know you're upset, but...
No, I am upset.
I had nothing to do with it. I didn't know anything.
You had just as much to do with it as the rest of them.
Nothing about it.
I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you didn't. It really sucks, They all go back to the hotel and have a big laugh, right? A few beers, Just remember someday, Hunter, what goes around comes around.
She reminds me so much of Bam Margera's mom. I don't know what it is.
Oh, dude, yeah, she does. But yeah, she's reading him the riot act because she knew what a freaking backstabbing snake asshole Triple H was even back then. And you know what? I think the karma is like with really evil people, the karma like builds and builds and builds. And when it hits them freaking hard. And I think it's going to hit him. And I think it's going to be him losing the power. He's going to lose the power. And look at it already. The fans have turned on him.
It's what you gotta understand is it's with really evil people. It's a snowball effect. It just keeps on cascading and just getting building and bigger and bigger and bigger as it goes down the mountain. So yeah, and as we've seen as he gets older, what is he dealing with? Health complications. He's dealing with people online, even his like ardent supporters hating him. Mm-hmm. More wrestlers are speaking out about his shitty booking. Even people on his roster like Tiffany and Braun, LA Knight. It's you're seeing the downfall of Triple H in real time. It's a good thing, man.
Yeah, and now the ticket sales are reflecting it too. So now it's even the ticket sales. And it's like literally every year it's like health issues. Fans are turning on him. Tickets aren't selling anymore. Everyone's hating him. The roster's starting to hate him. It's going to get to a point where it's like, okay, well, the business can't keep sustaining this. You got to go, nose man. And I hope it happens. I really do. I think karma is kicking him in the nuts right now, as it should be.
It's about time. But
damn right.
Somebody who Triple H made fun of quite a bit back in the day, but now this guy kisses his ass is Mark Henry. But Mark Henry had a very interesting story. He was talking about how he went to go break a door and found out that the padlock had not been pre-cut, and he had to actually rip that shit off with his bare hands.
No, it was a padlock on it. It wasn't a door. I mean, I could have jumped up and grabbed the door and just ripped the door off the hinges. They wanted me to pull the chain, break the chain. And I had committed to pulling on that chain to break that lock. Jim Ellis, I should kick you in the balls. But Ellis was busy. He had so much shit going on, he forgot to take a hacksaw and kind of saw the master lock. So master lock, Mark Henry broke your shit. He didn't score it. So he didn't weaken it enough so I could just, pop it. So when I started pulling on it, it wouldn't go. That's why it took so long. It was like, shit, I had to go back and look, but it was supposed to be like instantaneous, ping, do it and go. Like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe longer. It took for me to, I really broke it.
Yeah, and you're kicking the door like you look pissed off.
I was.
Can't blame him. I mean, here you are thinking you're going to rip this door right off, and somebody's like, haha, we're pranking you. That's what he probably did. Like, damn, to prank me backstage, you got to prank me out here too. What the fuck?
You can't blame Mark Henry.
He dealt with a lot of shit back then. Somebody who is still dealing with shit, even though he's been given fucking everything, is CM Punk, the biggest victim in pro wrestling. So, welcome to CM Punk as a whiny crybaby. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with some stuff that he said on Stephanie McMahon's podcast. Not everything, just most of it. So, first off, here he was talking about how accommodating the new roster is.
All right. Oh, my bad. All right, sure. So CM Punk feels WWE's new regime is a lot more accommodating to new talent than the old regime was. There's NXT talent that come up and they get thrown on Raw, and it's like it's sink or swim. But then they think one little mistake, it's like the end of the world. It's often not. I think it used to be, because that fucking old prick Vince was there screaming at you, making you feel like shit. I think a lot of that's what left over from the old regime. I remember people getting fired because their punches sucked. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And then we'd all be down in Kentucky like, oh my God, you almost didn't get called up. You were just like, what happened? This was a great talent. They got sent up and they were like gone 2 weeks later. We thought for sure they were going to make it. The turnover was a lot worse. I think it's a lot better now. That's a problem. I mean, there's way too many people on the roster to feature. The system's a lot more accommodating, and I think there's people in positions of power that actually want to see people succeed. Oh, yeah, like LA Knight?
Dude, he was literally blowing Triple H just because Stephanie was there. That's what this was. It was, I'm going to suck your husband's dick here on camera. That's what we saw.
He's such a prick. Good God.
Hypocrite.
Like, how could you not see, like, look at how look at how Johnny Gargano's being used. I'm not a Gargano fan, but my God, having him planking on top of a crate? Come on.
Oh, yeah. Nah, but it continues. So here he was talking about how he had to work on his physique for WrestleMania and how he had to hire a trainer to do so.
CM Punk says he's been working on his physique with Jay Figura, having reached out to him 6 weeks before WrestleMania 42. So 6 weeks before WrestleMania, I could really tell you it's set in motion. I know, obviously, Chad Gable was positioning his workouts on this program by Jake Figura. I was just motivated to get into WrestleMania looking physically different. Looking like, oh, wow, he really busted his ass. That was my only goal. It wasn't a weight. It wasn't like I need a six-pack. I need to do this. I called up Jay. He was like, I wish I could have got to you sooner. We've only got 6 weeks, but if you listen to me and you do what I say, eat what I tell you to eat, I think we could do some damage. We did some fucking damage. Yeah. I really just kind of, have that motivation to look different. Showing up to WrestleMania, obviously to me, it's a lifestyle change. I told Jay, the only thing I never really done, I never counted calories and all that other stuff. The big difference is I never weighed food. 6 weeks prior to Mania, I bought a food scale, a rice maker, and a freezer. I eat meals at that have me maybe like 3 ingredients: white rice, 99 blended lean ground version, and salt. Yeah, I'm a fucking badass.
I ain't buying that he didn't have a scale. We know you're weighing your crack rock on something, dude. Come on, man. Don't act like you didn't have a fucking scale.
Well, it's like, I had this old scale, but it was all dirty. I had to get a new scale. Yeah. And guess what I'm weighing on it? It's not food.
Well, here's what I'm like, dude. This guy always says, I don't give a shit what the internet has to say. Yet he literally got peer pressure by the internet because people were calling him Muffin Top Phil. Just saying,
Yeah, Flabby Phil, Fragile Phil.
Yeah, that's what we do with.
Well, it's like, and that's the thing. It's like they're so hypocritical. It's like, just be honest about it. Say, yeah, it got to me. Because I think if he said it got to me, it would probably encourage more.
Oh no, well, anybody who's smart enough can see that he's thin-skinned. But here he was talking about his motivation, not the hatred of the fans or the haters for that matter, but this.
All right, you're gonna have to give me a little bit with this one.
Sure.
All right. And I apologize for the noise about the fan earlier. I finally remembered to turn background on, so sorry about that. Anyway, CM Punk explains what keeps him motivated in wrestling. Every situation is different, and like I said, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. It's a testament to a guy like Sami Zayn.
Oh, God.
Prior to this, the opponent was John Cena, that fucking old prick, that old-timer, that fucking piece of crap. Yeah, he was hogging up the main event, not like me. Oh, wait, never mind. We watch Cena retire. We watch AJ Styles retire. It's almost like, I feel like everybody's now looking at, like, oh, like, when are you going to retire? Yep. Well, because I'm 48, you think I'm going to retire soon, you prick? You ageist piece of crap.
This comes from the guy that made fun of Hulk Hogan all the fucking time for how old he was. Come on, man.
I know, yeah. But guys like me and Sammy, who came up the same way and started on the indies, were told no, said, watch this. We were told, you'll never make it here. We made it here. We were told, well, you're never going to be anything, became something. Then told, you're never going to be a champion, became champion. That says a lot. Not just for me, but for him. Like, what is with this dick sucking the same as saying? Like, it's a fuck. Okay. You would have to ask him. I'm not putting words in his mouth, but I think, we kind of agree that's what it's about. We're in a foxhole to some extent. It's
He's
about the
like
guy.
This is a fucking war, dude.
I know it's a war. Yeah, being on the indies is like a war. You see people dying left and right.
Because of botches, dude. And malnutrition. Come on, they don't eat too well in the indies.
Yeah, we're shell-shocked, yeah. It's about the guy next to you. It's about the kids coming up. I'm at the point where I'm
Fuck
like watching
kids.
Fuck you, kids. Yeah, I'm the main event. Fuck you. It's all about them. That's why I have to be the main event. I'm at the point where I'm watching my contemporaries retire. And it's almost like it keeps me motivated to say, well, you know what? I'm still here. I feel like I'm operating on that high level. You're 40 fucking 8, dude. You're constantly injured. I feel like I've never been better. Oh, come on. Yeah. Why would I step away? People talk about it, but it brings back to, like, people like to talk about CM Punk because CM Punk is money, and that's a fact, you assholes. CM Punk is a champion of the universe. Now, apparently, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm the champion of the universe.
Bro, my God. What a fucking dork, dude. Like, just saying, like, this is some straight up hardcore dork shit to be 48 years old and calling yourself the champion of the universe. Just saying.
Like, he's so fragile. You could tell just how shook he is by this. It's like any little thing about his age or about his injury history, it just sets him off. Because he knows deep down, if you're genuinely confident in yourself at this age, you feel confident. You know how good you are. You don't have to say you're the best in the universe. You don't have to say you're the best in the world when you actually are the best in the world.
He's an insecure little dick prick. That's what it comes down to.
Little Dick Phil, at it again,
That he is. Oh, but he's talking about how he won the title fair and square.
CM Punk's response for those saying he stole the undisputed WWE Championship from Sami Zayn. Oh, I won the title. Clean. I beat that 41-year-old youngster fair and square in the middle of the ring. What a dick.
That's just him being a fucking dickhead right there.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw it. Did you see him kick Sammy in the face And on Saturday Night Main Event, I wasn't sure if we could show it on here, but no, there's a clip online of him getting a little receipt and him like kicking Sammy right in the face.
Yeah, right in the corner as he's standing up after the match. He goes over and just like kicks him in the face.
Yep, dickhead.
Like, what a dick. I mean, like come on, like that's unprofessional. You didn't need to do that, Punk. No, I needed to give him his receipt. Oh, for God's sakes, come on.
Do it on a house show, you fucking retard. Jeez.
Yeah, don't do it on a PLE, you know?
For real. So, Era was talking about CM Punk's biggest advice to younger wrestlers is to get off your phone and listen to the live audience.
I always say, get off your fucking phone, you idiot. You're looking at Twitter to see how your fucking match was. Did you listen to the people? Because that's your instant reaction. That's your boss when you're out there. I don't give a shit what somebody says on Twitter about my match. Or, let me say it again.
Fucking shit.
I don't give a shit what somebody on Twitter says about your match. It's like bullshit, dude. Come on. Like you were just whining. You were on the same interview. You were whining about people talking about you on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I didn't include that in because of the whole fake tweet bullshit. But no, it's like he was just whining and saying, you know, I got to keep my head on a swivel. I'm paranoid. I'm afraid they're going to attack me in the fucking streets. I thought you were a tough guy. And you were in the octagon twice. What do you have to fear? You could take these fat neckbeards out.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. Oh, shit. Can anybody still hear me?
Right? Couldn't you? I can still hear you.
I think you cut out. Or I think it was either you and me cut out. But yeah, it's like this guy. It's like, buddy, don't be worried about the fans. Be worried about that vril on your optic nerve. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he really should be worried about. And maybe that's already changing. I'm just saying. Huh? So he also had this to say about social media use.
CM Punk on social media on being on the phone. I don't have a TikTok. I abandoned Twitter like 5 years ago. It's so much better. Self-admittedly, I'm on the phone too much. My wife will ask me a question and I'll start Googling. I have an Instagram to look at dogs and food and hot bitches. Yeah.
Dude, the only reason any man on earth would own an Instagram and they're not gay is to look at hot bitches. Yeah. That's the only fucking reason to even go on Instagram. And here's he's like, yeah, I'm looking at dogs and food. I see you talking about ugly WWE divas and their cake. Is that what you're talking about? Are these keywords? What's going on here?
Yeah, Jordan Grace's bikini photos. Yeah.
We know you're lying, dude.
I'm perving on a sock account in the comments. Yeah.
Well, here's what this fucking idiot does on Instagram. He says he's never online, mind you, but he has time to post this.
I just felt like I needed to post. Not being liked by fucking losers is usually a good sign. Yeah,
you hate your fans. You hate your fans, you fucking retard. Your fans are the fucking losers you hate.
God, he's so fragile. Like however fragile you think he is, he always like one-ups your expectation. He's way more fragile than what you think he is. It's like, bro, get off Instagram, get off social media entirely.
Like, how does he even know? Like, this dude's a fucking multi-millionaire.
Right.
He's he's traveling the world constantly. How does he have fucking time or even the inclination to want to see what people have to say about him? I don't get, like, the very insecure man. Incredibly insecure.
I mean, maybe we shook him. Who knows?
Could be. Just saying. But let's go ahead and talk about the heat from the past.
CM Punk on a Survivor Series 06 being discussed backstage. We get the heat on Jeff, and a little fucking voice in my head was like, you should get the heat on me. Edge, to his credit, was like, I think we should give it to the kid. Yeah, so give me a fucking chance, asshole.
No, he's listening to the little demon on his shoulder who already is telling him to go into business for himself against a much bigger star in Jeff Hardy. And if you go back to 06, Jeff Hardy was like king of the world at that time. So here's this fucking egotistical piece of shit saying, I'm a bigger fucking star than the biggest star in the fucking company. Literally when he just enters. Ego.
That little devil on his shoulder saying like, yeah, talk shit to your fans. Yeah. Always demand to be in the title picture. Yeah. Cheat on your wife with those NXT whores. Yeah.
Dude, Jeff Hardy, don't get me wrong, he didn't really hit his peak until 2008, but you can't deny he wasn't red fucking hot in 2006. For Punk to demand that he gets over one on him, like, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? You're just some scrub from Ring of Honor.
It's like, yeah, I wrestled in Ring of Honor. What? You've been wrestling in WWE? You think you're a big fucking shot? Oh, so fucking what? Hey, buddy, I wrestled in front of 15 people in a fucking brewery. Yeah.
Great. You wrestled Samoa Joe for an hour and you both sweated on each other and did headlocks. It was amazing. Great.
That match sucked, dude. If you ever saw that match, it just shows just how unathletic Punk was even back then.
Dude, it literally was an hour-long match of Punk doing headlocks on Samoa Joe and them sweating on each other. It was so bad.
Yeah,
they were so fucking bad.
They were just like hugging each other and sweating on each other like a bunch of weirdos.
Yes. But you know what, though? Punk did a lot of hugging and a lot of sweating with a fellow weirdo at a local house show. Ugh. Ugh. He isn't even trying to hide it anymore, man. He's just like, yeah, I'm openly fucking dudes and women. What you gonna do about it?
I'm CM Perv, yeah.
That he is. Oh, him and Cody weren't done. They had to go in for an encore.
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
Literally
a fragile gay wussy.
Literally on his shoulders like a woman at a pool party. Good Lord. Pathetic.
Bro, it's so twink, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just saying. But, you know, though, we also got to show you Punk. He did a little post for the crowd to show off how buff he is. This dude thinks he's like a fucking power lifter or something. It's like, great, you did trend for fucking 3 months, right, and you could wiggle your titties. Good for you.
He's so fucking fragile. It's crazy. Like he's so pathetic. Like when you see that, you just see just how insecure he is.
Absolutely.
It's sad. Like I honestly feel bad for, like, I know he's a fucking like overpushed multimillionaire, but I just feel bad for him that he's just this fragile, like this shaken by YouTubers. Like, what the fuck, dude?
CM Pussy is never going to change, dude. He's just going to get weaker and more fragile as the years go by. But, you know what, though? I mean, after he got that black eye, he made sure to have a special pizza party with AJ Lee. And he was bragging about it to Stephanie McMahon, you know, basically like, yeah, I'm a part of the club, aren't I? And she's like, shut up, you little doggy.
It's like, get in your cage. I don't care if you got that thing in your eye. Get in the cage.
You're a newbie, bro. You're working your way up, Punk. You ain't at Stephanie's level yet. That's elite level.
That's elite. Like, that is like elite of the elite. That is like things that, you know, haven't even been discussed in conspiracy circles yet. Give it about 5 years, you'll get to the Stephanie tier. We got to go deeper down the rabbit hole to get that level, you know?
Only in impressions will you find where it goes. Just say.
Yeah.
So it's time for Dave Meltzer is a Dorky Goblin. So on this Dave Meltzer's a Dorky Goblin, we started out with Robert Joyner saying, when I was arguing with Meltzer about the Paramount Plus UFC deal, I argued that 4D chess was happening, but Dave was viewing it with 1D glasses. Case in point, Paramount investors suing Ellison's for supposed side deals with Trump. And he said, I guess in the end, they are arguing it was a tremendous overpayment for that very reason. Exactly what I said from day one. A tremendous overpayment that cannot be justified economically. I talked about it as possible favor to Trump just as his suit claims, literally for months on my audio shows. Also, we're supposed to pay attention to every fucking thing that Dave Meltzer puts out, please.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta, like you're an idiot if you don't pay attention to, like, every little thing that he puts out and every little DM that he has and like, every single letter of his bullshit newsletter. Yeah, like, Dave is ridiculous. He really is. Like, Dave, like, you're such a stooge. Like, Dave, okay, look, Dave is clearly, and we've covered it before, about how we think he's evolved. Dave is clearly on AEW's creative team. I don't think he's an official member. I think he's a creative consultant with Tony Khan.
He's the unofficial advisor. That's what he calls upon.
Advisor. I'm gonna help you book really bad Dynamite.
I love it how a guy who's known for making up numbers had to put it to Dana White. So Dana said that Power Slap generates 1 billion views a month and explains why he picked YouTube over TV. Does 1 billion views a month. Dave said, the last 3 shows have done 8.3 million, 8.8 million, and 930,000 all 1 month apart. Even minus 30 seconds tuning in. 8 million is excellent, by the way. 1 billion is like comparing UFC at the White House to the Super Bowl. Well, but what you aren't understanding, Dave, is that they're literally not just on YouTube. They're all over Rumble. They're all over X. Well, you got to count in and factor in all this shit, man.
Absolutely. You got to factor it all in, man. I mean, whatever you want to say about Power Slap, it's big. You know, people are talking about it.
True. Give them that. But more people today should be talking about Telemundo. So they said Saturday's Norway versus England game did 19,481,000. It's a prelim number on Fox. That doesn't include final numbers that will likely be up several million, nor Telemundo, nor streaming of the game. Why would we even bring up fucking Telemundo in the final conversation? Doesn't Fox have like Fox Espanol? Why are we bringing up Telemundo?
Apparently, he's got to throw that in there to like make it. Dave is like, I don't know what's going on with Dave. Like, he used to be on like a huge Japan kick. Now he's on a huge Mexico kick. Like, what is going on with Dave?
I don't know. It's very weird. But he had this to say about AEW and was talking about just the AEW sickos. And Ricochet piped in and said, that just ain't true. AEW fans, officially, they criticize the show all the time. It's just the way they actually do it for the most part, and they enjoy what they can. And that's the problem, is that they just enjoy the slop that's given to them and don't ever question it.
Right, and that's what Brian Alvarez was saying in this thing. He was saying they got everything they need. It's what we've said all the time about AEW. It's they've got all the tools necessary. They got the money, they got the talent, they got the platform, they got everything they need to be better than what they are, to be actually competing with WWE. And they're struggling to get 800,000. They can't even get 800,000 viewers. Maybe they will next week, and I hope they do. I hope they kick WWE's ass. And I'm pretty sure we would both agree on that.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to see them have something, yeah. But he had to have a little spiel on Wrestling Observer newsletter. So here's him going off.
How's it going, everybody? Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer here. Wrestling Observer Radio, July 15, 2026. Figure4online.com/WrestlingObserver.com. We got a lot to talk about here today. We'll get into
oh my God,
Dynamite
so much
and
going on.
NXT a little bit later on. Dude, I hated that Dynamite. Maybe hated is the wrong word, but
I loved it.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I loved it.
I should just step out.
I loved that show.
Let Garrett do the show.
I thought it was I thought it was awesome.
That's impossible.
Why?
What did they say about Hangman?
Nothing. He was not mentioned on the show.
He wasn't mentioned a single time on the show.
No, that was bad. I agree.
We have 5 matches for the pay-per-view.
I think we have
the
6.
main event is a match that the fans chanted no, no, no for.
Yeah, but they did a hell of a job. I didn't want that match, but by the time they were done, I thought that was Kenny Omega's best mic work that he's ever done in the United States. I wouldn't say ever, but I would say in the United States. I thought he was tremendous. I thought Will was tremendous. I thought Kevin Knight was tremendous. They thought they did the best they could. He got beat up by Darby immediately after the fans chanted no, no, no. I know, but the mic work was awesome. Well, we'll see what the big things. I mean, he's going to kill Darby next week, though.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
we'll get into that later. Let's start with this Paramount lawsuit.
It was Kenny Omega's best promo ever.
Like, if you need any more evidence that Dave is booking AEW, I mean, come on.
And that was just such the odd couple there.
I hated this show. I fucking loved it, you fucking idiot. It was great.
I was expecting, like somebody's got to clip Dave going, what?
Right?
What?
Yeah, they were definitely not on the same page there. But one thing that Dave is certified about is the fact that TNA absolutely hated Vince Russo. So Eric was saying, looks like Mike Johnson is digging in and saying he got people from Spike on the record to say it had nothing to do with Russo. I guess you're going to release those messages from Cher. And he says,
they never wanted it public. We had discussions for public. They never wanted to acknowledge Russo existed or they cared. But for private, it was a very different story. For private, they told me that they were dumping TNA when Johnson was still writing about how they weren't and how they were going to buy into the company. He can dig it all he wants. It's something he clearly doesn't know when he was given denying the Satin story for much after it was already privately canceled.
Oh God,
is that why he gave TNA the biggest ratings they've ever received?
Exactly. Like that's the thing. It's like, why would they all the credible reporting is that Dixie was basically hardballing Spike over a new contract and said, you know what, we're good. And then she had to scramble and then had to move TNA over to Destination America. And when she did that, they went from getting like 1.4 million down to like 400,000.
It was bad. It was real bad. An Astrophy said Russo was there for the periods of ratings growth in the company. Spot on. But the TV execs whose only concern is ratings didn't like him. And Dave says, the biggest ratings TNA got was when they got Hogan, Flair, Jeff Hardy, and RVD all about the same time. If you really want to credit that to Russo, cool. When those guys left, they declined greatly. They actually declined with them as well, and even more when they left. Is that why you make Hulk Hogan sound like a fucking bum at every single turn and corner?
Right. Well, and I think, to be fair, I do think like everyone played their part. Like Vince Russo played his part. The talents coming in played their part. Like everybody played their part to get that number. Like the Hulk Hogan was not writing the show. Vince Russo was writing and formatting the show. Period. So, but if you look at the biggest drop that happened, no, the biggest drop is when they went from Spike to Destination. Whatever Dave is saying here is wrong. No, the biggest drop happened when they moved networks. Period. So yet again, Dave is wrong. Dave is talking out his ass. So but it's Dave Meltzer. Go figure.
He's the smartest man in wrestling, so
I'm a genius.
Unalive Birthday said, which one is untrue? The Impact that was canceled over a disagreement on rights fees, or that it was canceled over deception regarding Vince Russo's status?
Spike hated Russo. They thought he was a fraud. He was a loser piece of shit. Dixie, for whatever reason, was convinced he was the creative genius who created Rocket Austin and kept hiring him. She secretly hired him, and everyone was sworn to secretly. Then he emailed notes for the announcer's first show to Mike Johnson instead of Mike Tenay. Johnson wrote about it. There were hours of total chaos in the office because they knew they were screwed. A few months later, I was told Spike had canceled the show but would let it run into the end of the contract, but I couldn't report it because nobody knew. Then it came out that was the reason, but publicly people claimed that it was canceled because they still had months left and didn't want an official until much later. So I could have broke the story, but I didn't because, I didn't know shit.
Well, and the other thing, too, is, like, it wouldn't surprise me with the people back in TNA around that time that they were working Dave. Like, it's been reported before that the veteran wrestlers were working Dave. They'd give him bullshit.
Well, but my point is, his whole thing is scoops, news. So you're telling me he was sitting on a big scoop and he didn't run with it?
Exactly.
Same.
Which is why I don't believe Dave when he says that. I think what may happen, like he may at giving him the benefit of the doubt, he may genuinely believe what he heard, but what he heard was bullshit. He was fed bullshit. I mean, because like look at Dixie. Look at the history of like Dixie with business deals. Look at how TNA ended back in 2016, right towards the end. Look at how much of a clusterfuck that was. Dixie fucks things up. She was well known for being a business fuck up.
Yeah, that's how it is. Ryan was saying, feels like a convenient excuse. Russo was just a consultant at that point, giving ideas from home. He was an employee or on a contract. I doubt that was the only reason they kicked TNA to the curb. And he said,
she had lied to them. You think a TV station that tells his partner they want nothing to do with the show written by that guy, and she assures that they're not involved or working for her, and they find out they were lied to as in cutting off that executive.
I could see why that would piss off Spike TV, but at the same time, I don't feel like there was this mandate that they fucking hated Vince Russo. I don't know where he's getting that shit from.
It's like, is Dave getting that from an executive? Like, did an executive from Spike tell him that? Or is he just getting it from a bullshit? Well, I mean, did they tell him that, or is this coming from a source? Because like he hasn't said, yeah.
He's claiming it's a source, but we know better. We know it's bullshit. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about Dave. It's like if Dave's going to report this, have it directly from the fucking executive. From like find them, ask them what happened, and then go with what they tell you. I mean, because like what do they got to lose by telling the truth? Like what do they got to lie for?
Nothing at all. And to finish this up, imagine dying on a hill for Vince Russo.
That will be today's silliness.
Which to me is like, it's not silly, because if you look back at who brought wrestling the biggest ratings of all time, you love him or hate him, it's Vince Russo.
Right.
Just saying.
No, it is. It really is. And like, but it's also just being honest. It's like if we're going to be honest, and that's Dave's whole thing. It's like, I'm a journalist. I'm respected. Well, if you're going to be a respected journalist, you got to be honest about the news that you're reporting. You got to be honest and not have an agenda, Dave. And look, if Vince Russo did kill it, then okay. But that just doesn't make sense when you look at like just how Dixie fucked things up and how she ran TNA. It's not a surprise that Spike didn't want to have anything to do with Dixie's TNA.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even Panda Energy was like, dude, you're spending way too much on talent. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid bitch?
Right. And that's the thing is that Dixie was incompetently running TNA, like blowing through money left and right. So it's like I believe that they probably looked at Dixie being incompetent and like, you know what? We don't want to be in this partnership if she's going to be this, goofy, this ridiculous over some writer who she could just easily replace. Like, I don't see that being the case.
Just put the blame on Russo. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, son of a bitch. He always makes fun of me on Castrated in March. Hey, son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm going to get back at him by making a bunch of shit.
I'm going to discredit him. So, Michael Proteus said, so who was the true genius of the Attitude Era, Vince McMahon or Vince McMahon? And now in hindsight, who was the better or worse booker, Herb or Vince? And he said, there was no genius. Austin, who Vince didn't even get it first, and Rock exploded at the same time and Vince went with it. In the 42-year history, he's only had 3 guys at that level, so I credit him since he tried so many others and none worked out as well. So he's crediting Vince McMahon as a genius, but he won't say he's a genius.
Right. Like that's the thing. It's like I mean that's the thing, man. It's like, yeah, it wasn't just Vince Russo, it wasn't just Ed Ferrara, it wasn't just Vince McMahon, it was all of them working together to give that creative. And then it was also them like actually utilizing The Rock and Stone Cold to their fullest. Like that's what it was. And it was just them feeling pressure and actually having to put on a good product. I think it was all of that, man.
Yeah, straight up. So Dave said, I did a 22-page issue in 3 working days and finished at 4 a.m. If you think I had any free time to devote to watching any match from another week when I didn't even watch Hashimoto versus Vady, which I was told I had to see, sorry. Next week I won't have time either, coming back. And Mercedes says, at Tony Khan, could you send the link to Hypocrite Dave so he can watch 25-minute match on the plane?
Oh my God.
So she clearly is just fucking with Dave at this point, and she's encouraging all her fans to do so as well. And that's never good when Sasha Banks encourages her fans to fuck with you, because trust me, her fans will get shit pulled.
Well, I mean, and it's legit. I mean, look at how many views this has. It has to be her account. It's not some, because I know there's a lot of like bullshit, parody accounts and all that. No, this is the legit one.
Yeah, that's her, and she hates Dave. So
good.
She's got a campaign against him, but you know what? At least Mexico loves him. They were showing off his hideous goblin face in the crowd and showing off how amazing he is in Mexico. Yeah, they even had to make sure to show it on video.
Periodismo especializado en lucha libre a nivel mundial. Recibamos en esta arena México con un fuerte aplauso al editor del Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Dave Meltzer. Bienvenido a la Arena México.
Why is he giving props to Roman Reigns for?
I don't know.
He hated Roman.
Maybe he's just like really dumb and he's just like doing. I mean, it's like, why would you want to have a guy that looks like a boiled goblin with smallpox on your network? Like that's going to repel viewers. Like they were probably trying to have some like 74 million viewer episode of Lucha bullshit, and you had Dave on there and they all went away.
This dude acts like he walks down the streets of Mexico and like women are throwing bras and panties at him.
Or the dudes are.
Or the dudes are for that matter. It's like
I'm a god. I'm sorry. Have you ever been to a Hawaiian fruit vendor that talked about your amazing broadcast journalistic skills? I think not.
And he'll brag about that one Hawaiian fruit vendor from like 25 years ago to everybody he can.
Oh God, Dave is a weird one. He really is. Like I can just imagine Dave walking down the streets of Mexico. He's like,
"Yeah, I'm a god. I'm a living god. They love me."
And the Mexicans are probably like, "Chupacabra, chupacabra."
Arrest that ugly motherfucker. He scared my kids. Oh, Dave, you're a celebrity in your own mind.
Oh, in his own mind.
That's right. It's time for Modern Wrestlers Are Marks, where we talk about the marks that are ruining the business. So we'll start out with this guy named Sam Adonis, who said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler in the world? And then he said, who was the best wrestler
So tired of seeing indie wrestlers retiring or taking time away just to be back 6 to 18 months later. The clout from your announcement is not worth the amount of laughter that your friends and peers are doing behind your back.
Dude, like only 3 people watch indie wrestling. What are you talking about?
Right. I mean, seriously, what are we talking about here? We're talking about indie wrestling. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of likes should tell you right there.
Right.
The amount of interest. So yeah, that's indie wrestling is dead. But let's go ahead and talk about Aldis. Aldis had to call out people who are obsessed with writers and bookers. And here's what he had to say. He said, "There's this overwhelming need to know whose ideas everything was. Who came up with it? Why? Who wrote it? Who booked it? I didn't. You liked it better when you didn't know. Once you associate what you're watching with a personality that you now have to decide whether you like or dislike or agree or disagree with. It's completely taken away your objectivity. Now you're looking at it subjectively. A good idea is a good idea. If you're going to dismiss stuff because you don't like where it came from, no one successfully should think of that. Arby's, we got the meat. You know, it's come on, Aldis. You got to understand. Ever since Unreal, people talk about what goes on behind the scenes. That's how it works now. Everybody does. Blame your boss.
Right. Yeah. Blame your boss, who's literally the lead person on Unreal, who takes you into the creative rooms and how they work. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, dude, your boss is the one who blew this shit open, just saying. So
right.
Somebody who might have got blown by his boss is Aaron Rourke, who said,
"It was an iconic run. Honored and privileged to have been your Evolve champion. I will always be your Glampion. Glock it."
And then he had like a little dick emoji for whatever reason. I don't know if he's showing off his size or whatever, but this is what's coming to NXT. Aren't you excited? Viewers.
Oh.
Views.
Views. So many views. Views out the ass or in the ass. However he likes it.
Both ways. So let's go ahead and talk about some shitty NXT and Evolve talent. So there's this one guy named Brooke Jensen. I think he's transitioning. And he hangs out at the PC all day long. I don't even think he works for WWE. I think he's just like, you know, that one dude from Office Space who got fired and he just hangs around the building without collecting a paycheck. This is pretty much what it is. So Brooke Jensen, yeah, he just hangs around PC and watches a bunch of fucking dumb marquee matches like Roderick Strong and Hiroshi Tanahashi.
He's just like wandering around the complex like, where's my stapler? Where's my stapler? Anybody see my stapler? I haven't been paid in 6 months. All right, I'm going to set the building on fire.
I'm thinking at this point, he's just like digging for M&Ms in the couch. He just licking up sweat off the machines, anything he can do to get water and sustenance, you know?
I can see Shawn Michaels walks in, he's like, "Oh, great, we got a Brooks Jensen infection in here."
This is the problem.
They shoo him away like a rat, you know?
He don't get TV time, so this is all he does. He just shows up at the PC at like 8 o'clock in the morning and doesn't leave till midnight. So here he is at 11:02 p.m. watching a fucking Chris Hero match. A PWG Chris Hero match. And proud of it, too.
Oh my God, bro, becoming better in the ring is not going to help you get over. Like, having a personality is what's going to get you over. And you don't have that, so just, like, leave. Go away from wrestling. Don't even go near TNA. Just go to, I don't know, go where boring people go. Don't stay in NXT. We have enough boring people in NXT. In fact, that's the majority of NXT at this point.
I could see, like, MLW hiring this guy as, like, an enhancement talent.
That honestly, I think he would fit in perfectly there.
Yeah, just saying. So, he also showed off 8:37 p.m. PC match: McGuinness versus Suzuki.
What a fucking mark!
Like, is he trying to suck Nigel's dick? Nigel works in the other company, bro.
Right.
What's the point?
God, he's such, dude. Like, this is like I'm telling you, we were telling you, man. The wrestlers are bigger marks than the people in the crowds.
Dude, they are hardcore fucking match dorks. Like, look at this shit right here. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Who the fuck is sober watching Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano at 10 o'clock in the morning? Who the fuck would... Only this fucking weird dork. I bet you he's the only dude sitting Indian cross style watching this shit on the big screen. Just saying.
It's like, shut up, guys. Shut up. I gotta watch this amazing work rate match. Whoa.
This is what we got left in the ring, man. It's bad. Another guy training down in Evolve is Cappuccino Jones, who says, smoother than cocoa butter from the motherland. So is he playing a 70s disco pimp character? They already got that in JCW, bro. You got to go for something different. I thought you were going for the coffee gimmick, man. What happened?
Yeah, just be a big cappuccino. You call yourself Cappuccino Jones. Get a big cappuccino mascot costume and wrestle in that. There you go. Honestly, that would get him over.
Either that, or you know what? He could do kind of like a Carlito. And instead of spitting in people's faces with an apple, he could throw a hot coffee in their face. It would get over.
It's like, I throw a hot cappuccino in the face that people are cool.
I mean, sure, you deal with like third-degree coffee burns, but fuck it, it's damn it, that's entertainment.
Honestly, like if he did that, he'd be over with me. Like if he's like scalding people with boiling cappuccino.
Hey, is it just me? Doesn't this remind you of Human Tornado from PWG? Just saying.
Yeah, if he like threw coffee in people's faces.
Yeah, this is the indies. They're not very creative nowadays. I mean, even Brooke Jensen, he's like a gay Bart Gunn, you know? We don't have anything new on the indies. I'm sorry. But I will say no, go for it. What's up?
Well, no, I mean, like with Bart Gunn, it's like he done it already. You know, it's like come back and do a humorous one. Like have like a flatulence gimmick where you call him Fart Gun and he like farts like uncontrollably.
Hey, if Vince comes back, I'm down for it. Give everybody fart characters.
You're gonna be Fart Gun. Yeah. You're gonna fart. You're gonna fart bullets out of your ass.
We're gonna take you over fart telling you. You're gonna take me over this ugly bitch. You're gonna get over on TV.
Shoot him with your ass.
Shooting butt bullets.
Butt bullets.
Oh, so let's go ahead and talk about what is it? Another gay man who is calling out another gay man. So Effie said, if I wasn't a you know what, they'd arrest me for what I'm going to do to Fred Rosser next week in this match as a gay hate crime. See you on Thursday, my AEW official. Shout out to Dead Lindsey Graham, too coward ever to be a true gay warrior, an absolute coward loser who will rot in hell, while two true gay icons battle heavens to Murgatroyd.
6.2K views.
Pathetic. And as you can see, yeah, I've been blocked by this fucking dork, but 150 likes altogether. So yeah, he's acting like he's a part of AEW, bro. You're a part of Produce, okay? You're a part of like their side developmental fed, okay? It's like what would you equate it to? Like the fucking Evolve of AEW or less? The LFG of AEW?
Bro,
what would you call Produce?
It's the PWG of AEW.
Yeah,
it really is. It is like it's like how could I just like the venue that they're in? It looks like a rundown coffee house that like has like a stage in it. You have like some old fart on stage that no one's ever heard of, just babbling away on his guitar, and then you have like Nick Gage going out like, "I'm the best motherfucker. I'm the toughest fucking person. I'm so fucking smart. I can only use the word fuck. Fuckity fuck fuck fuck."
Fucking pro-trans rights. If you don't like cutting off dicks, I'll fucking beat your ass.
He's basically like the more crackhead jailhouse version of Punk, if you can imagine that.
It's like, this is Punk if his like crack addiction goes way too far, you know?
Yeah, like crack if he goes full on necro. That's what you're going to get right there.
Necro crack.
Necro crack. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Effie. But let's go ahead and talk about Billy Corgan, who said, WWE has treated me like gold. I mean, more like Gold Bond foot medicated powder, but still gold.
They're stealing my talents, completely ignore me, but they're treating me like gold. They're giving me attention.
That's what it comes down to.
It's like, Billy, why are you sucking them off? They don't care about, like, NWA could fold tomorrow and they probably wouldn't care.
That's what I'm saying. NWA is like that corpse that won't die. All he did was buy it from the obscurities of just not being televised. All he did was give it a TV deal. If you really want to look at it, that's what happened with NWA.
He bought the corpse and he like painted it.
It's a painted corpse. So speaking of painted corpses, though,
Ignore
Braun
the stench.
Braun went and painted up. Said, "Just gonna leave this here." Every wrestler that you know is a huge fucking dork. Yeah. And 90% of the wrestlers you know are huge fucking dorks. Just saying.
Well, hey, Braun, are you going to show your Wonder Woman costume?
Yeah, let's see that one. That's the real one we want to see. Go back to that one.
I bet you're too much of a pussy to show it. Go ahead, monster of all penises. Why don't you go ahead and show the Wonder Woman costume? Didn't he do another one? No, he did another one where he was with Sasha Banks and he was like what was the other one he did? Because he did Wonder Woman and he did another chick one.
I remember the one where he was in a Speedo and he said, "Happy birthday, Mr. President." And he started grinding on top of the table. Yeah, no, he's done a lot of, then he was like taking like a half-naked shower with Mojo Rawley out in the street. He's done a lot of very questionable things.
He's the monster of all homos, yeah.
That he is. Yeah, that's what's going on with Braun. But Chad Gable, we like him, but he says some marky shit. So he was asked who his wrestling soulmate is in his career, and he says,
Gunther, so far, from the first match, we could have never talked about anything. We were meant for each other.
Wrestling soulmate? Bro, come on. Like how on the nose can you be with this shit? I mean,
that's the thing. It's like we're trying not to say wrestling's gay, but it keeps on shouting, "I'm not gay. I'm not gay." You can hear it in the mountaintops, even at night.
Dude, it's gonna do the whole like wrestling is about to become like Miss Garrison, okay? Like it's about to go through with the sex change and you get the fucking like the fucking like tennis ball tits and all that. Like we're about to go like to that level.
I mean, Chad might become a chick, might become Chick Gable. Who knows?
Chick Gable.
Who knows? But somebody who we've been questioning this person's sexuality for quite some time had the following to say. "You all gonna keep fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me? Hey, I'm down for David Flair's comeback. Bring him up, bring it on, dude. Come on. Or Dolph Ziggler for that matter. I don't know what you're referring to, but either way, I'm down.
Damn it, we need star power. Come on, like we're deprived of star power, and Charlotte Flair ain't providing it. We need David Flair or Dolph Ziggler, either one.
Something, man. But Cole tells us to be patient. He says, "We always ask our viewers to be patient because we are going to get there."
Get where?
My. So what that tells me is Michael Cole is already a producer backstage. He's already helping out in creative. If he's taking fucking credit for this shit, he got offended at that shit.
"We're gonna get there. You just wait and see. Ignore the bullshit garbage creative you've been watching every week. No, we'll get there. Ignore how shitty the pay-per-views have been. We're gonna get there."
No, you're not. No, you're not. The track record, the history proves otherwise. Cole.
My favorite part of that interview was he was saying, "We got a long-term story set up for Sami Zayn. You're really gonna love where it goes."
Where's it going? Is it going with like Cody Rhodes? Yeah, it's going to the fucking flaming dumpster that belongs, and you're probably gonna end up with Cody as the champion again.
Yeah, we know how Triple H operates, man. Just saying. But Dreamer, he says some stupid shit as well, and he's trying to get a job at AEW. He said, "AEW is very, very hot right now." They're doing well, but to say they're very, very hot, somebody's looking for a job. Just saying.
Yeah, like they already hired Sammy. They may hire Tubby Dreamer. I would say, Tony, do not hire Tubby Dreamer. You're gonna you can't afford his catering bill. Like that's why TNA had to fire him. It wasn't due to the creative. It was due to they couldn't afford the food budget. I mean, look at this fat chicken face fuck. I mean, like, do you want this in your company? I say no.
Well, that's the thing too. Is Tubby Creamer? He's just gonna sit around catering, eating all the fucking food, depriving your wrestlers. They're gonna go super skinny. Probably a lot of them are gonna quit, like they did with TNA. People think it's because contractual disputes. It's not, because they show up and there's no food to eat. So it's like being on the indies. Like, what's the point?
You fat bastard. He's just even like crying and eating at the. He's like, "TNA fired
me." You fat bastard. Damn it. Yeah, that's the thing is, if he works at a food bank, he's going to get fired in less than a week for eating all the food. So you already know it's going to go.
It's like, "Why? I was hungry." It's like, we have like 2,000 bums lined up for food. It's like, "I'm sorry, I was hungry."
Damn you, Tommy. But that's the problem, though. It's like, why would you want to sign Tommy Dreamer when you have fat asses that are in WWE? Like Ethan Page, for example. So, what is it? Was it All Eggo Waffle? Ethan Pudge, or Eaton Pudge, had this to say. He said,
"Good. Screw them. It sucked. Everyone just wants to take everything and make it their own. guys, this is pro wrestling. This is not some sing-song happy time. The way wrestling is now, music starts and everyone thinks that they have the right to play along, like it's for them or something. But every wrestler has some catchy tune. Everyone sings. So I come out and everyone was going, Ego, right away. And then they turned it into Waffle, which are killing my entrance, especially on CW Network. It's not my fault I'm a fat pudgy fuck. When NXT is airing the whole thing and then you got Booker T saying, oh, look at those big fat titties. What is her better than this? I'm a true star. They are literally cutting the audio because I'm getting made fun of by the commentators.
Fuck you, Eaton Pudge, okay? All ego, okay? Fucked off. You suck. You're lucky to be on TV. I think you're Tiwu Miz. You're fucking garbage. You shouldn't even have graduated from NXT, okay?
Just like leave wrestling and just go eat waffles.
You know.
the only thing you're good at, you pudgy prick. You know what? Like if you're gonna keep him in, you know what? Have him hit his head, become retarded, and be like a guy that's obsessed with waffles. It's like,
dude, have him. I don't know if you ever remember that one time that Boogs, he drank pure maple syrup before a pre-workout and he was all fucking jazzed. Have that be like his spinach moment. He just starts fucking chugging maple syrup and he fucking goes into crash mode. You know?
You know what? You remember those waffles from back in the day? It's like if you're like too lazy to put syrup on a waffle, like, yeah, you know what? I could get like the syrup put into the waffle and then like put it in the tub. Like that could be him. He could that could be his gimmick. He could be the waffle guy. He could be the waffle retard. That
Canadian waffle retard.
I like waffle.
Maybe you can even get him a sponsorship from Eggo Waffles, and they can give him an Eggo waffle bra for his big titties. Who knows? Just saying.
It smells like maple syrup.
I'm sorry, Eaton Pudge fucking sucks. Anyways, this jobber says, "Put your little underwear on. Let's do it." So here he is. He can't even hold in his sexual frustration for The Rock. He really wants to fuck The Rock, and he had to let it be known. So this is Eaton Pudge for you.
Hey, Rock, my safe word is Lego my ego. Get the fuck out of my face, you fucking jabroni. Okay.
Oh, I hope that's how it went down. But something went down with a wrestler that we like by the name of Fallon Henley. Oh. So a child pushed her, and she said, "Don't touch the wrestlers, period." So you'd be thinking that she got like heavily sexually harassed. You decide.
Respect or nostalgia, they're simply interested.
What a fucking snowflake, dude. I'm sorry. If this is what we're getting mad about nowadays, is 8-year-olds shoving wrestlers, get a fucking grip, dude.
I think what you should have said, like the way she phrased it was wrong. It should have been, "Don't touch wrestlers when they're on their period."
There we go. That would have been acceptable. You know, people would have understood and all would have been good. But no, Fallon decided to go a little snowflake on us. Very disappointed in that.
Disappointing.
Jordan, though, she had something to say. So she saw that Neon's ex-girlfriend was caught throwing cake at the gym after revealing she had completely fallen off. Why do people care about this stupid shit? Anyways, Jordan says, "Titties out is crazy work, bro." Why are you talking like that?
She's such a fucking goof. You know what? Like I can't believe I'm saying she's starting to grow on me like a little bit.
She's got a personality, or at least you know what? One thing I like is she can take a joke about herself. Like
Yes.
That's the thing. Is she unblocked the TWRP account like 2 years ago. She definitely takes cracks at herself. She's doing all she can to pretty herself up.
Yeah.
She's got a cool husband, Jonathan Gresham. I think they make a good couple. Here's us just being real. And, we make fun of her, but overall, I think she's a cool buff chick. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, like if you're gonna push, like, I don't understand why they're not, like, with all the chicks they're pushing right now. Why wouldn't you push Jordan? You know, it's like, granted, she's not like smoking hot or anything, but if you need someone who's good in the ring, she could give you a good match. I mean, no, it's not sound like a match mark, but but if that's what you're looking for, Triple H, there you go. Like, why are you going for like Nikki Bella or like Brie Bella when you could, like, for all the women they're putting in the match, like, you're not going to go Jordan Grace, you're not going to go with Blake Monroe, you're gonna go with Tiffany Stratton. Nothing against Tiffany Stratton. I mean, we're fans, but I mean, come on, you got to build
Something
the future.
New. Yeah, no,
something
for sure.
new.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. Is like you would think that Triple H would have loved her. That's what we were.
Oh, I know.
We were predicting is that she's a buff chick. Did she say that Triple H has a little dick? Like, I'm just wondering what went down where he could take his dream girl and not even use her on TV. Just saying.
Well, I mean, look at who she's with.
Yeah, maybe that's why he broke up Maxine. Just saying. Yeah, starting to get it.
Just if he had the right look, maybe, but I don't know, it's maybe if she was with someone with a better look, maybe she'd be the world champion. Maybe she'd beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Who knows,
Gotta wonder, man. So speaking of Maxine, though, so this dumbass said, so Maxine Dupree responds to people comparing her and Austin 32 Liv Dom. Maxine said,
they're using this word called Timu, and I had to Google it because, I have money, so I don't stop there.
Bitch, you're on social media. Every single WWE female is on social media. And part of being on social media, even if you have the blue check mark, is you have to see ads all over the fucking place. One of those ads you're going to see all over the fucking place is Timu. Why? Because they have a lot of ad money running towards X.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just saying, dude, I don't know who the fuck she's trying to fool. Everybody's heard of Timu.
Yeah, who the fuck hasn't heard of Timu? Has she been living in a cave for the past 5 years? I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure the fucking remote indigenous tribes know what the fuck Timu is.
Everybody knows what Timu is. They got it on Mars. They got it on the moon. They got it on Saturn's moons. It's fucking Timu is everywhere.
Nano, Timu, nano.
Timu's everywhere, man. So that's what's going down there. But Triple H though, he had to go ahead and hype up MSG Saturday Night Main Event. A show that everybody will care about. Well, actually less than 1 million, but here you go.
It's Saturday night's main event. It is Madison Square Garden. This is our home, our backyard. This is the WWE, and where we do it bigger than anybody else on the planet. It's also the home of the Knicks. Tonight, right here, the King of New York, the Tribal Chief, the American Nightmare, the best in the world. It doesn't get any bigger than this. New York City, Saturday night's main event, Madison Square Garden. Are you ready?
Bro,
he's such a dork.
I mean, look at him. I thought he was going to peck the camera. I mean, that fucking buzzard-faced ugly fuck. Good.
I don't. And then he says, "It's our hometown. It's our backyard," and then they couldn't even fill it to capacity.
Right.
Sure,
in our
man.
hometown, in our backyard. We had to tarp off some seats. But, if you ignore that, we did pretty good. We were able to sell it out last time, and we had to, block off a third of the arena because no one wanted to go.
Dude, next year they're going to be doing fucking Barclays Center halfway full. I'm telling you.
They're going to be tarping off half the arena. They'll do the thing where it's 1/3 of the arena is taken up by the Titantron, the other half of the arena is tarped off. Remember when we went to that NXT house show? It's in 2016 when we went, it was you had 2,500 people in attendance. The year after, half that. The year after that, 500 people.
Dude, it got to the point. Okay, so the arena that we're talking about is UCSD Arena, and it's a decent sized basketball arena.
Mm-hmm.
Goes up super high. It's got a deep pit. Anyways, when we first watched NXT, there was no tarps, and it had a pretty decent amount. This was back what would you say, 2016, 2017?
It was 2017, yeah.
Okay, so 2017, yeah. So right around there, NXT was doing very well for itself. We're okay, let's see what this is like. Okay, so we went that year. We went the year after that. They had to cut it in half. Yeah. The year after that, they cut that half in half.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did is they just took literally a giant black screen that went half the way down, and that's all you saw is just black screen. And then they found another black screen, cut that part off. It's almost like those old school dividers that they used to close down rooms. That's what they were doing, just closing down rooms.
Closing it all down.
Yep.
Literally those shows, I could sum it up like this. Tarps out the ass and us making fun of the wrestlers.
It was the only thing that kept us through, man.
Chris on the fucking nervous breakdown. I was
yanking at his fucking hair. And then he went in the back and he fucking cried in a tub of ice cream to Sean Spears. And Sean Spears comes out all fucking pissed off, mad dogging us. I'm like, what type of fucking pussy ass bitch are you that you're crying at the fans making fun of you? If anything, I'd be like, damn, I'm a fat piece of shit. I need to get on the treadmill,
Oh, I'm really fat. Baby, you know what? I'll just eat ice cream.
Just you kill the pain in the bathroom, cry in the toilet, and eat ice cream like a fat chick that didn't get called for prom. That's how it works.
Right. All we have to say to you, Sean Spears, is you're not.
That's right. You're not. Oh, but you are still in the fucking developmental after a fucking decade. Pathetic.
He's in it like what? This motherfucker's got to be in his 40s by now. Let me look it up. Sean Spears, WWE. Here we go. How old is this? No.
I'm gonna guess 49.
You're not far. 45. This motherfucker's 45.
And he's in developmental. What a fucking loser.
45 and he's still developmental. Bro, just like fucking quit WWE and go back to AEW. At least you can be with your alleged wife, you know?
Well, that's the thing. It's like at the very least he could be like a Ring of Honor curtain enhancement jobber, and he could like carry his wife's bags for her. She needs somebody, and he's the perfect bitch. I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, like having her cuck bitch like that far away, that's cruel.
Yeah, that's just me. But that's how she rolls. I mean, look at Chelsea and Matt. Look how they did for the longest time.
Fair.
But Triple H, he loves them buff wrestlers, but them buff wrestlers, they love saying weird shit to their fans. So official Cargill cartel said Fanatics NYC Cargill cartel tickets so you can come and meet her and get an autograph. And she said, "Let me sign your boobs."
Oh God!
Do you know how many fat, disgusting neckbeards are going to be flexing their hairy cleavage at your ass? You open up a fat Pandora's box with that shit.
Oh, best Cargill, can you sign my titty?
Ew, get the fuck away from me, you smell a fat bird! What the fuck?
Sign my titty. Oh, here, I'll pick it up for you. Sign my underboob. Ooh.
You getting boob sweat all over my table, you fat piece of shit! Get the fuck out of here! You smell like Tito and pickles! Get the fuck out of here!
Ignore the rotten chicken wing. Sign my underboob.
It's like rotten pieces of meat just falling out of his flesh folds.
Candy stuck to his under tits.
Oh God. See, Mercedes, she deals with these fans. She knows what's up. And she was even saying for Bailey, the time is coming soon. So Bailey's going to be coming to AEW real soon. She knows it. Tony knows it. Everybody knows it. So it's going down.
It's not a fucking mystery. Where the fuck else you think I'm going to go? What, you think I'm going to go to fucking TNA? You think I'm going to go to fucking MLW? Fuck no. I'm going to be in A fucking W. I'm going to be... Bailey Gandolfini is about to be all elite, motherfuckers.
Oh, and before she was all elite, one thing she made sure to do is made sure to have AJ sit on her lap at Fanatics.
Help from a little mantra, something to inspire the folks. Oh, you brought me out here to be positive after I just got slammed into a post, choked out, thrown onto the steps by my ex-best friend last night. Yeah. But tell us in the face. How do you feel? You guys see how much she bled though, right? Yeah. It was crazy. I'm literally getting text messages.
Oh, Punk was just feverishly masturbating at the monitor backstage.
She looks like, stop jerking off, Punk!
Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out here, or I'll break your face!
It's like, oh, motherfucker, let your fucking ugly ass bitch sit on my fucking lap, motherfucker.
Hey, you know what? It's obvious they share AJ. I mean, from the videos I've seen, they definitely shared that bitch, so it's going down. But Mercedes, she was saying big dick energy. So I know Megan doesn't have a dick. I'm not sure if Sasha got a dick recently.
Sasha's got a dick.
Pretty sure Vert Vixen doesn't have a dick. So is Sasha trying to say she's the one with the dick? I don't know what's going on here.
I think she's trying to tell us all. She's got it like she you know what? Like, and that's the whole thing with like Hollywood, like Jennifer Aniston and all them, like, you think they're women, but nah, when you look downstairs, surprise.
Just look at the Adam's apple. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's usually the dead giveaway right there.
Yeah, you see the Adam's apple and you're like, whoa. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Muth. So Muth had the following to say.
Thank you, this is TNA, for the awesome 10 years. Been a hell of a ride, but I gotta leave now. I'm going to retire because nobody wants me.
Sorry, Moose. I mean, it's like you're fucking old, man. You spent your whole time at TNA when you should have gone somewhere else.
Yeah, go down to go where Tessa is. Go to CMLL. You know.
Yeah, he'd probably get over there. I'll say that much.
Would.
So, Zabi, the dickhead who made up the fake CM Punk tweet, said Nia Jax has made great progress with her weight loss, and she said, "Listen, I was having an allergic reaction, and I've just now got it under control." Did you had an allergic reaction to Ozempic? I mean, was that what was going on? And now you got over it? What happened?
Should gain it all back.
I lost the weight and I gained it all back. Damn it.
Well, you know what?
This is why we call her the Lizzo of pro wrestling. Just saying.
Damn right. But you know what? Nia is cool. Nia is a cool chick. You know, it's she can deal with the with the bullshit and stuff and other things. But yeah.
Yeah. She seems cool, and she's a born again Christian too, so that's cool.
That too. And she's from San Diego.
Another cool thing. So Will Ospreay had the following to say to Kenny Omega on Dynamite.
Okay. Okay.
This is what Dre go through. This is the first time really that we can openly say this is the real life Gateway Vegeta for
And this is why wrestling gets the views it does. Just saying. Right there.
You know what? Fucking put the title on Will Ospreay. Every fucking week. If I could hear a promo from Will Ospreay, I'd be happy.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is he sounds retarded, but damn it, it's not a bad. Like I'd rather hear his retarded promos over Eugene. I'll give him that. Like Will Ospreay, he's a fully functional retard, but damn it, he might switch it up a little bit. You know, I know the fans are talking shit about him hanging out with pedos right now, but they'll forgive it with a 5-star banger. If him and Kenny give them a 5-star banger, all is forgiven.
I want them to become dorkier. Damn it, like I know people want them to be serious. I want them to like go full on dork mode. Like be as like talk about fighting it out like Goku and Vegeta. Talk about anime. Talk about fucking I don't know. Like
I want to see a cosplay match at All In. I want to see Assassin's Creed Will Ospreay versus Chun-Li Kenny Omega. Make it happen. Make it happen.
I spent the past 2 hours making my hair into these buns. Hey, Dave, how do I look?
You look actually absolutely scrumptious. You know, yeah, I know you're impersonating a woman, but I pretend you have a penis, and that makes it all better.
So, Dave, do you like these buns? What about these buns?
I prefer the ones downstairs. Now that's where the stars are really at.
So, yeah, this is the biggest geeks in pro wrestling battle it out in AEW. So, yeah. But they also have geeks over in WWE as well, like Seth Rollins.
Oh, God, look at him.
Here's what he had to say about Roman Reigns and The Rock.
Maybe you can't work champion. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the people champ, baby. If you smell what I'm cooking.
I don't want to see Seth Rollins versus The Rock. I don't want to see. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody.
Like I granted, I know no one cares about the Roman versus Seth match. Don't do that to The Rock. No. If you're bringing The Rock back, bring him back for only one purpose: to kick Triple H in the balls and take what's rightfully his. Creative control.
That's what's up right there. That's what we need to see. I don't need to see on-screen angles with Triple H's favorite wrestlers.
No,
I'm good on that. So Shiloh Hill said, "You're in her DMs. I'm ordering her an authentic taxidermy woodchuck doll and onesie with teddy bear." What? Okay, I mean, obviously he's got game with the fucking weird chicks, I guess.
He shows up on a day. He's like, "Yeah, I got you this taxidermy deer head. Yeah, what do you think, baby?"
It kind of smells like roadkill. I just scraped it up just now.
For you, my lady.
Who the fuck is gonna make a onesie out of roadkill other than Shiloh Hill? Just saying.
My dead deer onesie. Yeah, ignore the stench. It doesn't look fucking awesome. Yeah, here's the tire marks on the...
Yeah, ignore being bit by a Lone Star tick. It comes with the package.
So what if I can't eat meat anymore? It was worth it for this awesome deer onesie.
He's such a weird fuck. Like, you know what? That's how you know he's the next Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, it's like he really is like dark web redneck but like upscaled Bray Wyatt. That's what it reminds me of. Like if Bray Wyatt, I guess, were a modern day kid, that's what you would get.
You know what his song is going to be? He's got roadkill in his hands. He's got roadkill in his hands.
He's holding up a dead raccoon for everybody to see. Hey, you know what? I mean, if anything, WWE could scrape up roadkill and sell it for fucking $65.99 on the Shop Zone. So there you go.
$659.
There you go.
Come
Make
get
some
your
money.
Or he's like, hey, you're fucking idiots. Come get your overpriced roadkill. Yeah, here you go.
Fucking pay for it, you fucking stupid fucking nerds.
Only $400 to get it signed.
Cheap. So cheap.
Massively cheap.
So somebody who is also very cheap is Tony Khan, who apparently doesn't want Bryan Danielson on commentary because he's too beat up. He wants him back in the ring where he can kill himself or break his neck. So it's Tony for you.
I don't want to get fucking hurt. I don't want to get fucking hurt. Okay? No, don't put on commentary. Put the fuck back in the fucking ring.
That's all he wants him for is his work rate. You don't respect this man for his brain or anything else. It sucks.
They're going to kill him if they don't stop. I mean, come on. Like, how many seizures does he need to have in the ring?
Apparently, it's not enough. Apparently, he needs more. So that's where Tony's at right now.
He needs more fucking seizures.
I guess seizures is how you earn your way in pro wrestling. But somebody...
It's a badge of courage. That's what they do it all the time with human out. When they dive on a concrete land on their head, it's a bunch of seizures. I give it an extra star just for that, The more injuries, the more stars. Now, did they get carried out on a stretcher? That's another star. Yeah, I mean, if he dies in the ring, that's like 10 stars right there.
So did the Paraguayo match get 10 stars?
In the secret observer center, I give it like 13 stars, fucking awesome.
Oh, for all those weird Illuminati wrestling snuff fans out there, okay.
Illuminati wrestling snuff fans.
Okay. Dave on the dark web, man, he's got weird shit. But somebody who's very weird, we talked about it before, is Scott Diamoron. So here he did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and he was talking about how well-loved he was.
I always say, when I got let go, the outpouring of support from people was truly touching. Like, I honestly, they always say people, it's too bad people can't be there at their funerals for all the nice things people say. I feel like I sort of got to experience that, right? It was so wonderful, and the amount of people that reached out and said I had touched them, touched their lives and made a difference was huge. And whether it was fans just saying, "Hey, I love what you did," or so many people in the industry was really touching. Tony was one of that. We talked. I mean, I think I don't ever close the door on anything. Actually, one of the very first people to text me when they posted the news, as I looking at my phone, on the first time I looked at my screen after it went public, the screen was full of messages, including one of them was Triple H.
Wow.
Yep, and it was just, "Are you okay?" Which I think is a classy move.
Wow.
So I had discussions. I think at this point in my life, something has to fit in the right mix for me. And I wasn't sure what I wanted. And even as I talked to people, I know I don't really want to jump back in where I was in TNA, where it consumes my whole life. But I love wrestling and want to contribute. And
dude, it got to the point where WWE actually invited him to the Performance Center. They gave him a tour. They were thinking about hiring this dude. Insane.
They were. Well, and but knowing Triple H and how much of a douche he is really. I bet he was rubbing it. He's like, "Hey, how's it feel to not be a booker anymore? How's it feel to lose the power? I didn't lose the power. Hey, cheer up, buddy. It'll be okay. You don't have the power anymore. No one likes you. Your products suck, but you did stuff."
Well, what I got from this is that, dude, they were trying to court him, because they brought him
romantically.
They brought him down to Florida. They had him do a tour of the PC. He met Triple H. I think that they were trying to get him as a possible role for Evolve or LFG, and then they had to go with Gabe Sapolsky. Just saying.
Well, because at least Gabe can keep his dick in his pants, with Scott D'Amore and Aaron Rourke. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that would work out too well.
Well, he would try to get Giselle Shaw hired. We don't want to see Giselle Shaw in NXT. I'm sorry. We're good on that.
No, we're good on that. You know, we heard her air quotes in her draft neck. You know, we're good on that.
Yeah, we don't need that. So it is time for the ratings rundown. But before we get down to the ratings rundown, real quick, on Patreon, we just put it up today. We got the 10 worst things in pro wrestling in 2026. So yeah, almost an hour long video where we go ahead and we talk about the 10 things that were really, really bad thus far already in this year. So yeah, go ahead and check out that video on Patreon. It will be up on MISC next week. So yeah, that's going down there. And let's go ahead and talk about some ratings. But before we get down to the core ratings, I just want to show Netflix PLEs. So this got released. Here are the breakdowns for all the PLEs through the year thus far. Not good, my opinion.
Oof. So look at the trend.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, 3.1. WrestleMania Sunday, 3 million. WrestleMania Saturday, 2.7 million. Elimination Chamber, 1.9. Clash in Italy, 1.6. Backlash, 1.4. Night of Champions, 1 million. Down, 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 down.
Yeah, what that tells you is that the second half of the year, you're going to see 900,000, 700,000, 600,000, 500,000. This drop is going to continue, and you have to look at how accelerated the drop was after Mania. So here they were getting a steady about 3 million as their average, and then right after that, they lost 1 million and just kept on losing after that. In less than a month, went from 3 million to 1.9 million, and then the trajectory just continued lower and lower with Clash in Italy, Backlash, Night of Champions. That's super fucking bad. You got to wonder, especially as we get past SummerSlam, how low can it go?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about this is, like, see, like Royal Rumble was the first event of the year, and then I believe after that would have been Elimination Chamber. So, like, I get that, like, there's like no Rock, no big star, well, no huge stars on that show. Right. I get it. And then after that would have been WrestleMania 2.7, and then night 2 WrestleMania 3 million. So that spiked up for Mania, and then Elimination Chamber, I think, or no, sorry, Clash in Italy and Backlash were after that. Night of Champions after that, of course. And just look at what happened to the viewership. You're getting around 3 million viewers, roughly 2 to 3 million viewers, and now they're getting like 1.6, 1.4, 1. Like, it's not your imagination. It's like the hype in WWE is dying down, and that's also, you know, bared out by the fact that like SummerSlam hasn't even distributed like what 25,000 tickets.
That's what I'm saying. Is you got to look at the ticket prices going in for SummerSlam, the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Here's the thing: is I think doing the 2 nights thing. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to do this because they're not able to recoup their profits at all doing 2 nights.
No.
Especially with the fact that it keeps on. When they first started doing it, yeah, it was a good money making opportunity, but you've already wore that novelty thin, and people don't want to spend that. They didn't even want to go for nosebleed seats because the fucking show sucks.
Well, that's the thing. It's not the ticket prices. You can't, like, no matter what anybody says, you cannot use the ticket price excuse anymore because the ticket prices are not only half of what they were last year. You can get it for $25 now. You can go to SummerSlam for $25.
Yeah. No, that's what it really comes down to, is that I've never seen that in my whole entire life. A big event like SummerSlam with cheap tickets. These are house show nosebleeds type tickets. And they're and you can get them for a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam, dude. It's a trip.
For the price of a KFC meal, you could go to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad it is.
So bad. But let's talk about Raw. Good number for them. I will say that. 2.5 million global views through 7 days. Did 12,493 in Rosemont. That's fairly good for them. What would you attribute that number to?
For the ticket sales, you mean?
For just the viewership, for the ticket sales, what would you attribute either number to? Because I didn't watch the show. I haven't been keeping up with most of Raw and SmackDown. So
I mean, what it is we're heading into SummerSlam. Okay. Like we're a few weeks away, so it makes sense. Well, and this is still a very low number, like relative to what it normally is. Like it's 2.5 is like not good. Like 2.5 is like, it's not catastrophically bad, but it's also not good either. Like this is not a good number. They should be getting bare minimum, like on a bad week, 3 million viewers globally. They're not even getting 2.6.
Oh no, 2.5 is the new average.
It's awful.
The bar's been lowered. Yeah, no, for sure. 2.5 is the new average. That's a good average number for them, because most of the time what we were reporting, 2.2, 2.3. I mean, they're lucky to be getting this number, to be quite honest, with how dead the product is.
Well, and the thing too is like right now I'm looking at like Netflix's own website where they show you the viewership and they show you the watch hours. So like the viewership was 2.5 million, the watch hours was 5 million.
Right.
But when you look at the other shows, so the show that ranked number 7, right below Raw, had 17.1 million watch hours. The show behind that, Avatar: The Last Airbender season 1, 16 million watch hours. The show, but the show at number 9, Survival of the Thickest, season 3, had 1.6 million, but it had 5.6 million watch hours.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that they're dealing with less content too. The Raw's got so much content, and this is what it gets. It's just terrible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
SmackDown, not a good number either over in Oklahoma, and this is what you can figure for the B show. It's always going to get half the attendance that Raw gets, and usually half the viewership. That's what it seems like every single time now. SmackDown gets half the viewership and half the attendance.
Well, absolutely. And the thing about it is that like it's when you look at Raw for like the last couple of months, they had been just like loading star power onto that. It's only now that they're beginning to load star power onto SmackDown to try and fix this. But as you see with the whole CM Punk and Cody match and it not moving many tickets, I don't think CM Punk is going to really move the needle all that much for tickets with SmackDown. I mean, you saw it with 1.2 million that they were getting, and that's what they got, 1.212 million, and this is with CM Punk on SmackDown.
Well, and that's what I'll give. I had to think about it. I'll give credit for Raw. They came back to the States, so they had a little bit of a pickup. They were doing the European tour, finally came back. But yeah, here they are in Oklahoma. This goes to show you that nobody in the Mid-South or South fucking cares at all about WWE. They've gotten rid of the rednecks, and they're never going to get them back. You'd be lucky to get New York, Philadelphia, and Florida at this point.
Yeah. Well, and I would almost compare this to like why does Raw do so much better than SmackDown? Like, why does it have like more ticket sales? It's almost like a Dynamite and Collision comparison. It's like it's the reason why like Dynamite has more ticket sales and more viewers. Is because it's perceived as the A show. Like if you're going to go to a show, you want to go to the A show. You don't want to go to the B show. You want to go to the A show. And so like that, like I think that's what's going on here. That's why like Raw is doing much better ticket sale wise than SmackDown. Because SmackDown's the B show. Why would you go to the B show?
Well, and that's the thing too, is like even with the brand split, even with them coming back to the States, them ending the brand split, even with them come back to the States, even with them going down to 2 hours, SmackDown does not watch TV. It's not must watch. It is not watch TV. And if you have to keep up with anything, you're going to watch Raw. Why? Because most of these stars just cross promote on shows anyways. So any feud you really give a shit about is mostly going to be on Raw. What are you tuning into SmackDown for? The fucking lucha bangers, the tag team matches? Like, really, what are you tuning into SmackDown for?
I mean, really, at this point, like, really what you're tuning in for is CM Punk at this point. But even then, it's like CM Punk is on a draw. Like CM Punk has not moved the needle. Like that's what's crazy to me is that like even I thought CM Punk would move. Like okay, like 1.3, 1.4 CM Punk, last of the big stars that got left. No,
because I tell you why. Because Punk's not allowed to be. Here's the thing: is if we took over creative, I think CM Punk would have a very. I wouldn't say very valid spot, but I think we could justify him being in the main event as just a caustic, toxic piece of fucking shit heel. I would take the character that we make fun of all the time, and I would ramp it up to 10. I would make him the biggest fucking egomaniacal fucking jackass, make him the biggest heel in the industry. Because people tune in for Punk promos, and when he's cutting these shitty babyface promos, nobody fucking cares. We want to see him tearing somebody up. We want to see him being a fucking dick. We want to see him getting jabs in, you know? That's the Punk that always gets people talking.
Well, absolutely, and that's the thing. It's like that's what people want to see. Is they don't want to see CM Punk as like, oh, I love you, Cody. Oh, I'm so happy that you're going to be having a match. They don't want to see that shit. They want to see heat. They want to see like you got a problem with Cody Rhodes, and then well, like there's like a root cause for the problem. Like we haven't even been given that. It's just
I don't know if
you know?
I didn't want to show it because, you know, WWE are pool weirdos, you know, but no, at Fanatics, they had this little face-off between CM Punk and Cody, this fake face-off where a fucking fake sheriff got in the way and had to separate the two because CM Punk shoved Cody in the face. He said, I didn't apologize for this. I'm not going to apologize for this. And he shoves Cody in the face. And then they have this massive pull apart and, oh, there's heat now. And then they're showing backstage footage that they had to pull from their X and YouTube because they're using it on Unreal. You know, just
oh shit.
Such stupid. I just can't get it. I can't get interested in this feud at all, even with them hot shotting it at the last minute.
Because it has not been properly built. It's been built in the most lazy, half-assed way possible. There's not like you have every right to be not interested in this and not give a shit because they haven't given you a reason to care.
Well, dude, they're homies. We just showed you earlier.
Right.
Like, literally, Punk is riding fucking dick to the back of Cody's head. Like, literally, you saw it, dude. His nuts are pressed up against Cody's head.
Well, and that's
he's teabagging him.
Well, and like especially, like, yeah, absolutely. Like with Punk being a hypocrite, it's like Punk, like you're supposedly like, I respect the old way of doing things. Yeah, but you butt fuck kayfabe every chance you get.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like this guy, especially all these fake fucking podcasters that just want to get their dick sucked by Cornette because he listens to the drive-through podcast, so I got to put him over all the time. No, if a guy's being a fucking hypocrite, let him know he's being a fucking hypocrite. That's the problem, is that none of these old timers will call him out on his bullshit. I don't know why they respect him so much. He made honestly wrestlers look like shit just stepping in the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
They should have all the fucking respect in the world for Brock Lesnar. Instead, they shit all over him and they suck CM Punk's dick. I don't get it, dude. It's bizarro.
You know what it is? Because it's like the reason why Dave Meltzer defends AEW so much, because they stick up for Dave. Well, CM Punk sticks up, Jim Cornette sticks up for CM Punk. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the cult mentality, so to speak.
Yeah, it is. It is a cult.
You see it. Yeah, cult of Cornette. So here's NXT. Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. 531,000 viewers. And this is supposedly like the teens are watching this shit, supposedly. Yeah. Even they don't care about it because it's a bunch of shitty Nickelodeon promos. It's a bunch of matches with people who aren't stars. The few hot chicks they have on that show, they fucking barely feature them. Lola Vice is your champion. You wouldn't. She's the NXT champion. You wouldn't know unless you actually looked at the roster page.
Right.
They do such a terrible job presenting her as champion. Kendall Gray gets all her fucking pussy licked. Nobody cares about Lola. I don't know. That company's all fucked up and up Dave Meltzer's ass.
Well, there are no cool like male wrestlers that you really tune in to watch on that show. There's really none. You got the human waterbed Mason Rook. You got Narak, who's got the charisma of a fucking sponge.
Shiloh. That's about it.
You got Shiloh, and you got Tony D'Angelo and his wolf coat and his creepy music.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, I don't think Kendall Gray being the champion is going to do much for the show. Just saying.
I mean, look, Kendall Gray's attractive and she's got talent, no doubt about it. There's nothing, like, personality-wise, there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, it's like a dead corpse behind the mic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So let's talk about some Dynamite. So Dynamite did a decent number. This is very good for them.
Well, better than decent. This needs a little bit of context.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so last week they had the beach break because we've talked about before, like the pattern of like every time they do like a big special event show, like the one like Grand Slam Mexico Dynamite, when they did that one, 800,000 views. When they do these special event Dynamites, they usually do higher in viewership than like an ordinary episode of Dynamite. And so like the one we were talking about, the Beach Break Dynamite, did 773,000 views. So we're like, damn, okay, that's good. Like even for a special event episode, that's good. Well, regular Dynamite, 786. So it went up about 13,000 views from the week before.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
this could be, if this maintains, and I hope it does, but if this maintains, this could be the fans that are tired of WWE. You know what? Let's give AEW a chance. I haven't checked them out in a while. Let's see what they're doing.
Let's see what happens, man. That's the thing too. It's not going to be my cup of tea. I can tell you for one, you can look at this number and think, oh, it's going to be amazing wrestling. No, it's going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
But this is what Triple H's lack of an interesting product has done. It's driven people over to the opposition.
And if Tony Khan would take advantage, I think they would benefit. I think they would really, truly benefit from just providing a little bit of competition, upping the ante, bringing back some cooler matches, bringing back some cooler segments. More Crash TV, more cool stuff. Like, come on. More Harley Cameron doing the whole puppet thing. I mean, that was entertaining. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's what we're asking for. Just bring back different stuff other than wrestling.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
I sent you a text, by the way, when you get a chance.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
All right. So, Collision. Got a Collision number here for you. 409,000 viewers. Attendance isn't much different from Collision to Dynamite. But when the viewership comes down, yes, you're looking at the B show right here. And literally half of Dynamite's viewership, literally half. Wow.
Jeez. 400. I mean, but even 409,000 for Collision is not terrible. Like that's because they normally get like 300,000, like in that range. Getting 409, it's not bad. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. You know.
I guess it's okay for Collision, but you have to understand, even with the Nielsen's bump, what would they be before this? 300,
right?
250. You know, just saying.
Yeah.
So
no, for sure.
They're doing what they can, but you know, people are wondering, you know, where's the fucking TNA numbers around here? Well, we got a little information on that. So Gerard was saying, for those asking, unfortunately, TNA Thursday Night Impact on AMC did not make the top 100 TV shows for the week again for the second week, 7-2 and 7-9 in a row. This means the demo was below 0.02 and the viewership is unknown. The last viewership for TNA on record was the Go Home Slammiversary episode on 6/25 that did 188,000. The weird part is tag, these last few episodes have been better than most of the ones lately. That's your opinion. So the show is not charting is kind of wild. Part of the issue is outside of Moose, AJ Francis, the Hardys, and Nick Nemeth, maybe Elijah too, is that the company just doesn't have all that much star power and hasn't built up new stars. Good change was made recently, but more needs to be made.
Well, I mean, you need a little bit of, I mean, he hit on it right there, kind of. A lot of it is just like, how many stars just left in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too, is it was so much bleed off all at once. If it was a slower bleed off, almost like, I don't know, like ECW back in the day, where they were losing stars like once every couple of months, you could be like, okay, well, at least they're trying to build new stars and they're giving them time to build new stars. TNA has given no time to build new stars. I tuned into this most recent Impact, and maybe he turns out to be a huge star. I'm not going to shit on him just yet, but they're really heavily pushing Ricky Sosa as like the next top breakout star, having him team with Leon Slater, even though Leon's probably gone in a couple months. But no, they're really like putting all their chips ahead on this guy named Ricky Sosa. Maybe he turns out to be a star. He doesn't seem like he's a very charismatic guy, but who knows, you know? So there's that going on. And then what is it? I like what they're doing with the Knockouts division. I'll say that much. The women, they're doing a good job with the Knockouts division, pushing new young talent, so that's good. The biggest thing, though, is, I think the biggest thing is the lack of star power. I would, if I were them, I'd bring in a couple WWE veterans that can still go, or TNA or WCW, whoever. I bring in some veterans that can still go, because they're still out there, man. I mean, shit, wasn't it not too long ago? He was training for a comeback. He looks in great shape. The dude, what is it, Ezekiel Jackson? Remember him from the WWE ECW? I would bring in a talent like that. Sure. I know they're not really looking to sign too many talents because they're cut left and right, but I don't know. I just think it's too much bleed off too quickly.
Yeah, it's way too quickly. It's going to recover. No doubt about it. It's going to recover. But this is a time for TNA to really restructure what they've done. I think they were too, and I think this is a tomorrow problem too. And just like with Triple H, they're too reliant on veterans from the past. Like you got it. Like the future needed to be built in TNA like 2 years ago, and they didn't do it. Scott D'Amore didn't do it. Carlos Silva with Tommy Dreamer didn't do it. Yeah.
Well, the problem is that they focused on the wrong people. And then that's the thing, is even though they were focused on building up stars, they let those stars go. So it's all the time and effort that you spent on Steve Maclin, on Mike Santana, even on older guys like Eric Young, you just let it go. All the time and effort that you put in, you just throw it away. And that's the biggest problem about TNA is like, if you spend that much time building up guys like Mike Santana from the ground, Steve Maclin from the ground, treat them better. Those are your homegrowns, dude. I know technically Maclin was part of the Forgotten Sons, but everybody forgotten about the Forgotten Sons. So fucking, he's your guy. Make him your dude.
Right. I mean, absolutely. I mean, like, do something with them. And you know what? Bring in, because of their structuring that they're doing, I'm willing to give them a grace period of like 2 months of just seeing what they're doing. So far, like, it's logical. It makes sense what they're doing. I loved what they did with Myla Moore. That was smart. Because if you have a woman that looks like that, make her the fucking next Miss Hancock, you know? Like, I think she's perfect for that role. She had nothing to do with Tessa leaving, so I think that was a very, very smart move.
I liked her. That's one thing I will say. Like, if you watch that most recent Impact, it's a lot of flippy cruiserweight jobber tag team matches and bullshit. But that was definitely a highlight. And I like the little dynamic that they played off where Tasha was pissed off at her and just staring her down the whole time. So you definitely you're going to see a feud between those two. Mustafa Ali was just all up her butt. I mean, let me say this much: like if they do this, if they work this chick the right way, she could very much be the Stacy Keibler of TNA. There's so much potential there with this woman. Not down on the mic. Literally looks like she just jumped off a porn set. Just saying.
Well, like I love what Gia Miller, the backstage interviewer chick, what she had to say. She called her Tracy Keibler is what she called her. Like a combination like fucking Tracy Brooks like bolt-on tits and Stacy Keibler's legs. You know, like she's a very like, in my opinion, Mila Moore hotter than Stacy Keibler in my opinion.
Well, yeah, if you like brunettes, that's the thing too, is she just exudes sexual energy. Like the woman is like, if especially you want to get more casual eyeballs on TNA, this is what they need to do. They need to bring in really hot smoking chicks, and they need to bring in big, powerful young guys. My first, like, if we took over TNA, we're bringing in hot chicks, but for dudes, immediately Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop and Josh Bishop. I would make them the Bishop brothers.
Absolutely. What about Joe Alonzo?
Joe Alonzo, well, here's the thing about Joe Alonzo. I know I've been unfair on him in the past, but he's bulked up. He's getting better in the ring. He's really become a big name on the indies, and he's decent on promos. So, yeah, I'm cool with Joe Alonzo. I think he'd be a good signing. I don't know. Why do you think they got rid of Travis Williams and Judas Icarus? I mean, granted, they're not the best promos, but still the good, cheap tag team, you know?
Good, cheap tag team, but, like, I don't think they fit anymore, you know?
Gotcha.
I think with where they're going, they don't fit. To me, from what I'm seeing, it looks like TNA is going more in the direction of like where we'd want it to be. Like they're like the more sexuality from the women, like the roster. You know, I mean, like look at the direction they've gone in. Like look at the talents, how they look like now, and what they used to look like 3 years ago.
True, and well, the biggest thing is I felt like TNA wasn't pushing the right type of guys. Like
they weren't.
It pisses me off that you have Elijah under your roof and you don't do anything with him. That's like, I agree with what this guy's saying, that Elijah should be a bigger star, and he's not. Right. AJ Francis should be a bigger star. He's great on the mic. There's no reason for him not to be a main eventer instead of just being a mid-carder. Casey Navarro, I was impressed with this promo, the last Impact.
Yeah.
Like, he stepped it the fuck up, and like, I wasn't looking forward to a Casey Navarro-Dolph Ziggler match. Now I'm like, okay, let's see what you got, you know?
Because they've upped the game, and that's not us just like over the top putting it over. No, we're like literally we're being as like literal and frank with you as possible on what TNA is doing. The promos in TNA are getting a lot better. They really are, because they used to be god awful. Casey Navarro, he impressed me, man.
Yeah, no, Casey Navarro is definitely stepping it up. What he sees is he sees all these people getting fired, and he's getting hungry, man. And that's what we want to see out of the TNA roster that is left. We want to see you fucking get hungry. And just basically, if you got something, man, show it. Let's see it. Let's see some fucking stars. And we want to see some new faces at the top of TNA. I would have never thought Casey Navarro would have been them, but let's give him a shot. Let's see what he's got.
Well, and that's the thing. And like, I feel like because I didn't know at the time, I thought it was like Hunter Johnson running things. No, it was Tommy Dreamer. And you see without Tommy Dreamer, they're going in more of a serious direction, which is better. I think that like, too much comedy can hurt a promotion. You want to have something you can take seriously and get like seriously invested in. If it's all comedy and it's all like lack of continuity, then you're really fucking yourself over, because like you're not going to have that fan investment. Whereas with what they're doing, like what we said with the whole like Mila Moore and Tasha Steelz angle they got going on there. Okay, that's serious. That's serious. That's drama. That's like a reason for me to watch. You know, it's something.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is, like, especially for all us fans that are growing detached from TNA, you need to give in reasons for us to watch, and that's going to gain a lot of people. So I think even this Knockouts tournament, they're showcasing pretty much a lot of their young, hot talents. I mean, I know people said TNA had dogs for a while. They're gaining some good-looking girls, so I'll give them that.
Poor Jade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you got Em and you got Heather. You got, what is it? She's not the hottest, but Gabby Forrest is a new talent, you know, and that's what I like. Mara Sade getting her shot, you know, it's just let these women have their shot, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, although like we could do without Indy Hartwell, you know.
Yeah.
Get rid of her. Get her out of there. Get her out.
Get her out. So, all right. So that is it for ratings, I believe. So
And see, just real quick before we go to the impressions, I gotta get something to drink.
Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, you go ahead, go get something to drink. I'll see you soon.
I'll be right back.
No worries. So, yeah, before we get into impressions, let's see what we got here. Helios was saying, I might be fired from my English sales job soon for failing to forecast monthly sales and projects changing closing dates. What do you think? Any wise advice? What I would do if I were you, and man, I know a lot of people are kind of weird with AI. I would ask the same question to Grok and ask the best way that you can phrase it to your boss to protect your ass and protect your job. The best thing you could do, man, in a situation like that is put it out there in the universe that you're keeping your job and they're looking past this as a minor mishap. Because when you put in a lot of energy into something being bad, you build that reality for yourself, just saying. So from a metaphysical stance, I would say stay positive, keep on putting out good vibes. And from a technical sense, I would say go ahead and ask AI the best way to phrase that to your boss if they do ask you what's going on. So yeah, basically just a way to cover your ass, you know? I don't want to see anybody get fired, so yeah. Yeah, just we're looking out for you. Eric E.B. Jones, okay, we'll get that later. Let's see, impression. MM Garza said, Steph Vaquero returning, it won't make sense for her to cost Liv the match against EO, the IWC thinks. She probably returns at the end and then attacks Liv. It would make sense. I mean, she's already got Fanatics, so you know that she's going to come back real soon. So I would assume that she's going to come back at SummerSlam. They're going to want to build up a hot feud for Liv. That could be it. Knowing Triple H, if it's not Steph here, it's going to be like her versus Roxanne or Raquel. Some friendship and betrayal bullshit. So, yeah. If you don't get Steph, you're going to get that, which sucks. Vlock said, not going to lie, I've been wondering what a Dark Side of the Ring episode on the Jim Cornette and Vince Russo beef would be like. Lots of screaming and bros. Jim, he's dialed it down. I know, like, we scream a lot in the impressions and all that, but dude, on this podcast, he's just disgruntled old man. Russo's over all this shit. I doubt even Russo will want to take part in it. It would be funny, like, if they were fucking amped up on coke, you got fucking 80s Cornette, and you got, or what is it, 90s Cornette, you got 90s Russo. That would be fucking amazing. But now you just got these tired old men just telling stories about wrestling. So it is what it is. The glory days, man. It's so hard, you know. You look at a celebrity one way. We think of Vince as like this roided up fucking just monster, genetic jackhammer, monster booker, creative mastermind, and he's just this old skinny guy who looks like Liberace now with the skunk haircut. He's not what we used to be.
You don't think I look stupendous? You don't think I could get all the ladies I want? Look at this. Look at it. I look like a melting turkey. Come on, look at me.
I think you can get all the gay dudes. Give you that.
Yeah. God Cena, bend over.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you take this back to the 90s, it would be amazing. But, dude, they're just tired old men now. They don't care.
They don't care. Ugh.
So,
bro, I could... Oh, no, go ahead.
No, please, go for it. What's up?
I could literally hear my throat screaming for help, so, you know.
No, if you need to get a drink, it's all good. So Alejandro was saying favorite bar rescue moments. Okay, so think it back. I gotta say the Pirate Tavern one was pretty good.
I wanted to do things I can't mention on YouTube to that bitch. Oh my god,
she was such a dude. Over $1 million in debt. He fucking paid for this stupid bitch, and she brings it right back to the shitty pirate restaurant.
He took her shitty fucking pirate bar that no one was going to, and he like $1 million invested into this bitch's bar. And then she then goes right back to what it was before, and it went out of business. Go figure.
She's such a fucking idiot. Okay,
oh my god, dude.
Do you remember the Rock and Roaches episode?
Yes.
So he walks to this bar, and it has this just giant cockroach infestation. The roaches are crawling on the walls and the tables.
Oh.
And he's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck is in charge?"
His eyes are like bulging out of his head. Who's in charge here? Who's in charge here?
The Underground Wonder Bar, the Crown and Anger Alliance episode showcased the owner's intense family drama and deeply unhygienic practices. So that was another one. Oh, and also the fucking gay dude over in Austin, Texas, who didn't like the fact that he rebranded his bar and then he changed it right back to the shitty branding afterwards. I did like so many assholes who think they know business better than a business genius like John Taffer.
Yeah, what does John Taffer know about bars? Come on. You know, me and my fucking shitty pirate bar, you know, I know how to run a fucking bar, damn it. Like,
Do you remember the one that the guy who had the fucked up like moldy ass kitchen and shit?
Yeah,
like he goes in the
ew.
freezer and he sees like just like caked on mold shit without fucking coverings, and then the guy's getting a screaming match with them like, I didn't have any control over this. There's like grease stains on the oven and shit. He's like, you don't know how to fucking clean a goddamn oven.
Bro, oh, we're not kidding. Do you remember the episode that Britt Baker and Adam Cole was on?
Yes.
John Taffer sent them into the bar just to go like scope it out. She's like,
These nachos are gross. Ew. There's vomit in my daiquiri.
Well, that's the thing is she's already drunk, and if she comes in there and starts throwing up all over the bar, it's not going to look good on Bar Rescue. Just saying.
that'd probably make the bar look better, you know?
It might. So, what was it? Paladin was saying next week the new PC arrives. We'll be taking pictures. I look forward to starting it up and enjoying many years of great gaming. And yeah, I know you've been looking forward to this a long time, Paladin. I'm happy for you. You made your dream come true. And yeah, get back to streaming, man. Let's see what you got. So
Fuck yeah,
sure.
dude. Like, and that's awesome, man. So definitely, yeah, show us the pictures. We got to see this awesome setup you got.
Absolutely. So Garza said Spain won the World Cup and Donald Trump gave them the trophy. Wasn't everybody online predicting Spain was going to win?
Yep. And then Dan House is all taking things like,
Oh, I cursed Argentina so Spain could win. Suck my dick, Spain. Please suck my dick. It's all because of me.
Spain's like, who's this little fucking twink acting like the demon from Exorcist? They don't know who the fuck you are.
No, they don't know who Dorkhausen is. Come on.
Yeah.
So, like who's he kidding?
He's a dork, man. So Alejandro said, Fatal Influence has no more heat. Even with winning the tag team titles, this is what it's come down to. Is like, this is why we say title wins mean nothing. Like, people will tell us like, hey, so-and-so won a title, and we're like, cool. Good for them. We're trying not to be dicks, but we don't care about title changes because they don't mean anything anymore.
They don't. But you know what does mean something?
What's that?
An ice cold Faygo on a hot summer day.
Faygo. It's good shit right there.
Firework Faygo. If you have a Dollar Tree near you, hit that motherfucker up. Get you some